2020 homecoming.
Welcome to IrishBillSports.com. It's the last Friday night home game in the regular season. I'm Irish Bill with Seminole Bob as we got Navarre and Enterprise coming up tonight.
Navarre and Enterprise.
And it is homecoming night.
It's homecoming. It is. For the alumni.
And I thought I heard Bobby Bowden walking around the stands a little bit ago.
Well, Bill, I got to tell you about this guy from Enterprise, Alabama. You know, he's a 4-star, maybe a 2-star. Thank you, Bill.
You're a mess. This is Irish Bill with 7 of Bob. 4-0 Navarre hosting Enterprise Wildcats 7-2 on the season. Both teams out of Class 7A. The only difference is Navarre is from Florida and Enterprise from Alabama. I went down and broke up my stats last week of all the games that Navarre has played over the last, since their existence. They played 9 games against Alabama teams, and they're 6-3.
Okay.
So tonight, it's homecoming night. I see we're going to have a big crowd. I saw 3 buses brought the team down from Enterprise this evening. It's about an hour and a half drive. And
they said 2.
Maybe 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
On buses.
All right, let's give a big round of applause for your
And we have the homecoming vehicles coming through the parade route. Let's call it the parade route.
Parade route, yeah.
And we're going to announce our homecoming queen a little bit later. I don't know if they're going to do that before the game or at halftime.
I don't know. Good question.
Sometimes they do it before. Sometimes they do it after. But Irish Bill and Seminole Bob, we're flexible here.
We are.
We just go with the flow.
Anne Marie is back up here with us.
Ammo back on the camera, and I think the people will probably be happy.
Yeah, well, just right before the last play last week, they probably had a heart attack when it went straight up. But
we almost did too.
Yeah, we did.
Then they threw the flag, and we were a little bit better, but until the final play was ran in by Jaden Rivera from 3 yards out, the whole place kind of just exploded.
I think we see the senior representative and the junior representative. Beautiful cars, Bill. Those are.
I know they borrowed them from my garage earlier today. You believe that?
All right, Jay Leno.
Nah, not true. But anyways, let's go to the scoreboard. We got some early scores here going on, Bob, in the Panhandle of Florida. Wow, what a game over in Tallahassee in the second quarter. Godby and FAMU tied at 20. Over in St. Augustine, Flagler Palm Coast hosting Madison County. It's 8-3. The Cowboys on the road. Rickards with an early field goal up on top of Leon 3-0. Port St. Joe, Jefferson County just getting underway. Monroe Day, what a season they're having. 6-0 on the season, looking to stay unbeaten. They're tied 6-6 with Hamilton County. And North Florida Christian scores early, 7-0 lead. The Raiders come in with an exciting 16-14 victory last week over Andalusia. What a contest. A defensive battle for 3.5 quarters. And then both teams decided to come up with their best drives of the night.
Both teams had some turnovers, and Navarre really took advantage of that. But the thing they took most advantage of is a activity or an action that we haven't seen since maybe Michael Carter, is kickoff and punt return. Specifically, what I'm talking about last week in the kickoff return game.
What a night for Jabari Mitchell. 2 returns. He takes the first one, 78 yards. The Raiders go down and score on a 15-yard pass from Jason Deal to Trent Hall. What a Hall coming into his own here his junior year.
Sure is, and catching those slant patterns in traffic and the like. So it was a great start. Navarre had received the kickoff, and
what surprised me a little bit on that kickoff is he took it right up the middle.
Right up the gut.
It was like the parting of the Red Sea. And he took it right up the middle all the way down into the down to about the 22-yard line of Andalusia, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Because the kickoff was almost a touchback.
Yep.
And he took it from the 1 all the way down inside the 25. I think down to the 20, they had a 5-yard penalty, backed them up. They got a first, 2nd and 5 coming up, and that's when they scored on the second down play.
Well, when they had to make big plays, Navarre made the big plays. There's no question about it. And, Marquise was just so under control in that last 2.5 minutes. Anybody, would have been
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
starstruck, if you would.
homecoming courts will be announcing.
We're going to let them announce the homecoming court, and we'll come. And they're going to announce it at halftime. It sounds like as Mr. Boozer.
Hey, Greg Boozer.
He loves down there jamming with the usually
music,
with the
yep.
Navarre faithful down here, Raider Nation as we call it. But unfortunately, not quite the fan-student section that we have had in the past.
Yeah, maybe they're late coming, kind of like Dodger fans.
Earlier today, Nate found out that he was homecoming king. Congratulations, Nate.
I think they had a pep rally today, and which is something in COVID era doesn't happen a lot, and it may not happen again this year. But for homecoming, special game. This game was set up from the beginning of the year. This was not an add-in game.
Nope.
When it was announced when we were going to start playing, that's when Coach Walls got together and they found, an opponent that they could take on. And Jay he doesn't shy away from playing, tough teams. And we found that out last week, and we found that out. I think we're going to find it out tonight.
Our good friend Tim King checking in on our YouTube chat,
Hey, Tim.
live chat. Hey Tim, thanks for checking in every Friday night. And we
Can't
got
wait to.
great game coming up tonight.
Yeah, I think so. We got a team. Enterprise 7-2, I think, on the year, and
I'm looking at. Well, let's talk about their games on the season. They started off the season with a 35-19 win over Montgomery Carver. Game 2, they took out Dothan, 42-13. Then they took on Davidson out of Mobile, 52-13. Then they faced Phoenix City Central, a power in the state of Alabama.
Yep.
If you know anything about high school football in Alabama, Phoenix City Central is one of the best teams in the state.
And they're frequent visitors to the USA Today top 25 polls in the past.
They fell to 3-1 after 4 games after a 45-28 loss to Central. Back on a winning track against Carroll in Week 5, 43-22. Then another power in Alabama, Prattville. They lost by a touchdown, 35-28. They've won 3 straight since over Smith Station, 35-13. Enterprise 39, Jefferson Davis 6. Enterprise 38, Auburn 20. They knock off the unbeaten Auburn high school team. They're another strong team out of the state of Alabama. They're currently ranked number 17 in the state of Alabama overall, and a great program. It's second year for head coach Rick Darlington, who used to coach over at Apopka.
Yeah, I knew the name was familiar. Boy, Popka's had mercy.
Can you tell me, you remember the biggest name that ever came out of Apopka, don't you? Big in size and stature.
Oh, I guess not. I was thinking Sammy Smith, but no.
Warren Sapp played
right.
at
Sure
Apopka. And
sure did.
But they come in 7-2, 4-2 in their region. They're also a Class 7A team. Navarre comes in 4-0. Yeah, we're in Week 9, and this is only their 5th game. It's kind of surprising. But they get off the week on the road at pace, 17-7. They fall behind by 14 at Gulf Breeze, 21-7. Come back and win 35-21. And then they host Choctaw, and they handle Choctaw rather easily, 50-21. Then last week, a tough 16-14 win over Andalusian. That's where we stand, 4-0 Navarre against 7-2 Enterprise.
Yeah, I think tonight Navarre is going. You've got a game next week against on the road at Crestview. This is homecoming, your last home game of the regular season. We'll host in the first round of the playoffs, and so we'll see what strategy Coach Walls has. You've got to start all of your starters, especially the big bubbas who had been out.
Most definitely.
And then if the game gets out of hand either way, then you can you don't want, as we go toward the end of the season, get anybody injured. But we're going to have to play a complete game. This team is no pushover. 7-2, very strong team in Alabama, and we're going to have our hands full.
All the 7 o'clock games are starting to kick off now. They go to the half over Flagler Palm Coast, 8-6. Madison County over Flagler Palm Coast. Godby on top of FAMU 28-20. Rickards up 3-0 over Leon. Monroe Day and Hamilton County's tied at 6. North Florida Christian over Taylor County 7-0. Other games going on in the Panhandle. Escambia at Crestview. Chipley at Northview. Pensacola at Pine Forest. Pensacola Catholic at Tate. Sneeds at Baker. Pace at Choctaw. Gulf Breeze at Fort Walton Beach. Not tonight, as that game was canceled as well.
Yep.
They'll be back for a game next Friday night. They'll be playing against Wakulla next Friday night. Lighthouse PCA at Jay. Bay at Arnold. Bozeman at Mosley. Marianna at North Bay Haven. St. John Paul II at Walton. Wakulla at Vernon. I'm interested in watching that game tonight as well. Wakulla, the 4A school, 5A school traveling over to play 1A Vernon. And K1 Powell.
Nice Niceville and Milton there.
Niceville at Milton tonight. And Graceville at Weewa. They got some 7:30 kickoffs here and also over in Milton. Niceville traveling for their first road game on the season in week 9. I know we say something about that every week, but and then we have some games canceled this evening. Washington and West Florida canceled. Freeport, South Walton canceled. And Madison County at Pierce County canceled. So that's the reason that they picked up Flagler Palm Coast tonight. The Raiders led on offense by number 4, Zach Marquise, and number 1, Jason Deal at quarterback. Jaden Rivera takes most of the handoffs from those backs, and we run 3 or 4 wide receivers out of the spread set. On defense, they're led by Grady Kelly, Lemmy Wilson, and a host of other Raider seniors, 39 in all on this Raider team.
A lot of seniors. And, hats off to the reserves and the Ironmen who had to play both ways, and it was just a perfect storm at the end of the game. And
yeah, I ran into Grady last night at the JV game. I came out and caught a little bit of it, and I said, "So how was it to play Ironman?" He goes, "I'm ready to just play defense."
Yeah,
but. Great. I want to send congratulations out to both the JV and freshman teams. Both of them finished 6-0 on the season. I think that's the first time ever in Raider history where both of their freshmen and their JV teams won last night. As the JV won 26-8 over Milton. The freshmen came back and won 34-12. And they both go 6-0. So congratulations to both of those teams.
Awesome. That bodes well in the future to, the Raiders having a strong JV and freshman program. And I'm sure all of the, the plays are the same and, the calls are the same and the like for continuity's sake. So, again, that's a big feather in Navarre's cap.
Most definitely. If you would have listened to our show on Wednesday night, we talked a little bit about the Navarre Santa Rosa County does not have middle school sports. So we owe it to our NYSA sports program here in Navarre for preparing our athletes,
right.
Not only football, but all of our athletes as they get ready for high school, because there's no competition in the middle schools. It's all NYSA sports.
Right, and a few of the little ones participate with the YMCA or other area rec leagues. But one point when I mentioned that, all those areas that had all those counties that had middle school sports, I can't emphasize enough that the area sports programs did not suffer because of that.
Correct. Well, we got another individual checking in, Blake Marshburn checking in. Thanks, Blake, for checking in tonight. I got to give a shout out, as I always do, to Coach Baldry's mom. She checks in every Friday night, every Raider game. So, Mama Baldry, thanks for checking in every Friday night at IrishBillSports.com. She's been doing it for a long time. And we got some other people out there as well. Our good friend Todd Auld over in Sweden. I have guys. How many states did we have last week, Bob?
Probably 7, 8.
Let's see. I know we had Arizona, North Dakota, Tennessee, Alabama,
North Carolina,
Florida, North Carolina, and I think we had a couple others as well. But it was a great week last week, and I'm glad everybody got to enjoy the broadcast last week as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you, especially with the way that it ended up.
It was exciting, that's for sure.
Well, we're going to go out and take a commercial break. For Irish Bill and Seminole Bob, we'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Craig Culver of Culver's. Before farm to table, before field to fork, there was just good, wholesome food. Grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. If buying, selling, or building a dream home is in your future, you need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes and Stacy Wright are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or selling experience smooth. See University at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call 850-396-0322.
Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, are making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Navarre Raider Sports is brought to you by Ursula Householder of Coldwell Banker Residential Real Estate, your local real estate connection. With Ursula, you got a positive, helpful partner for buying or selling a home. Ursula can help with all of your real estate needs. Whether in the Florida Panhandle or around the world, her 16 years experience in real estate will work for you with innovative marketing strategies. Thinking about selling your home? Call Ursula for a free marketing analysis to see if you qualify for one of the incentive programs. Call or text 850-642-5711. Email ursula.householder@floridamoves.com or go to householderhomes.com. Go Raiders! Your fans are all behind you at the field or while you're watching at home.
When this old world starts getting me down and people are just too much for me to face, I climb way up to the top of the stairs, and all my
Welcome back to Bennett C. Russell Stadium. This is Irish Bill with Seminole Bob. It's homecoming night here at Navarre, the last home regular season game. And before we go on the road next Friday night at Crestview, we'll be bringing that game to you as well next Friday night from the comfy confines of Crestview High School.
Where will we be next week?
I am still figuring out all the logistics.
You know, if there's
I gotta tell you,
you know, if there's a couple of trees nearby, we could get like a deer stand, hunting stand, and we can broadcast from a tree.
Well, I gotta tell you, years ago when I first got into broadcasting, I got sent over to Tallahassee to cover Pensacola High and a Rickards basketball game. Rickards is not. It's not one of the most safest areas. So, but they love their basketball over there, and the stadium, the arena was packed. I had to broadcast my game from a volleyball stanchion at the end of the court.
Wow! And
I rode over with the team from Pensacola High, and they pulled out a game in overtime by 2 points. So they wanted to get out of there. But what they were forgetting is that I rode over there with them.
Oh, no.
Luckily, the coach at the time came back to check on things. And I say, hey, Coach, don't forget me, or I would have been left in Tallahassee.
Oof.
And I know nobody at that time in Tallahassee. So,
yeah.
But before we go on, a good friend of mine contacted me this morning, who's an Enterprise High School graduate. We used to go to church together in Gulf Breeze, at Gulf Breeze Presbyterian, and we ran my last marathon together up in D.C. for the Marine Corps Marathon back in 1998. So I want to welcome my good friend Andy Walden to the broadcast tonight. He's able to watch his Enterprise Wildcats on IrishBillSports.com.
There you go.
Thanks, Andy, for checking in.
And he's where?
That I need to find out. He's moved around a lot. He's retired Navy.
Okay.
And I'm not really sure where they are living at now.
That'd be another state to our.
I know his brother lived in Virginia for the longest time. I'm not sure if they if they're moved to Virginia or not. He'll probably message me here in a little bit once he finds out that I'm talking about him. But thanks, Andy, for checking in tonight. It's been. The producer thinks that they're living in Virginia. Well, let's see if the producer. Well, the producer's always right, isn't she?
Yeah. Well, of course.
Fredericksburg, Virginia, an hour south of D.C.
Yeah.
So the producer was right.
Of course.
She's always
right. That's why she chose you.
That's true. She had great taste.
Yeah.
But we got. I want to send some birthday wishes out today. Couple of birthdays going on. The Georgia dog, Ed Hare, it's his birthday today.
Happy birthday.
One of our good guests on Saturday morning, Jeff too. He's a caller into the Bill King show, and also on our Saturday morning venue. His birthday today. Then we have 4 birthdays tomorrow.
Halloween.
One standing right next to me. My son Brady Hamill's home.
Really?
Home from school.
Birthday.
My brother Jim up in Indiana. Well, it would be his birthday. We're not telling ages here. We're just telling birthdays. And my mother-in-law Kay is celebrating her birthday. And there's one near and dear to a lot of people to the state north of us. One Nick Saban is celebrating his 69th birthday tomorrow night. So happy birthday to all those individuals, the Halloween babies. And I'm sure there are a lot of them out there. But So it's going to be a good weekend. We're going to grill out some steaks tomorrow night and watch some football.
Not a bad way to go.
We're gonna turn it over to our field mic and listen to our national anthem as the Navarre Raider Junior ROTC will be coming to the center of the field here momentarily.
Is Cadet Lieutenant Logan Heron. Navy flag. Cadet Lieutenant Commander Ethan Gifford. Right rifle. Cadet Lieutenant Junior Grade Tyler Fulton. And on left rifle, Cadet Commander Liam Gibson.
Approaching the 50-yard line. And tonight's national anthem will be brought to you by the Navarre Raider Marching Band, down to our left. Your Navarre Raider Marching Band, and Navy Raider Junior ROTC getting ready to leave the field, heading toward the south end zone, as I'm thinking football on my mind. And here comes the rest of the Navy Junior ROTC here at Navarre. Hopefully they'll be doing a lot of push-ups tonight, Bob.
I hope so. Hope so.
For every point scored, there is a push-up that will be conducted by each and every member of the Junior ROTC. A beautiful night here. The moon is beautiful off to our, I'm going to say to the east.
It is. Yep.
The south. I get misdirectional at time. Well, we are looking to our south. The Raider inflatable down at the end where all the Raiders come out to start the game as the Junior ROTC continues to march towards the south end zone. We're a couple of minutes away from kickoff here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. This is Irish Bill with Seminole Bob and Ammo back on the camera tonight. Welcome, Anne-Marie, as we get ready to bring you Navarre Raider football on IrishBillSports.com.
I tell you, I got to brag on her. She gutted out despite her shoulder injury. She competed in the backstroke in districts down in Ormond Beach.
That's a haul from here, isn't it?
That's districts.
Was that about a 6-7 hour drive?
Yeah. Seven-hour drive each way. They left like 3 a.m. in the morning. They got back, about midnight? 1 o'clock? 2 a.m.? I don't know. I was asleep on the couch when they came in.
Well, you're used to that, aren't you?
Yeah, usually, yeah. But I do have to say, I got to pat myself on the back, pat you on the back. You and I did something this week in common.
We voted. So did the young man next to us.
Was that his first time or second time?
No, that was his second time.
Second time.
Second presidential election.
Doesn't matter who you vote for.
That's right.
Which side. Just vote.
Is this Mr. Little Caesar out there?
Yes.
With Brian Lester? Are they doing the coin toss?
Somebody's got to get a picture of that with the two referees.
Was that Brian on the right or Brian on the left?
Brian is, he's on the left.
Neither? That's not Brian? Kind of looks like Brian from behind.
It does.
But that's not Brian Lester.
That is probably someone guiding Little Caesar so he doesn't run.
Pizza.
Pizza, so he doesn't trip and fall.
The Wildcats will be coming out of the north end zone here, wearing their white jerseys.
Welcome.
Almost look like the New England Patriots, the white and blue.
The Wildcats of Enterprise High. Raiders will be coming out of the south end zone here momentarily.
Sponsored by Little Caesars of Navarre.
There he is. That is not Brian Lester as he turns around.
Like 10 years younger than Brian Lester.
Brian's a young guy.
He is. We enjoy riding with him and his bride.
Last year to Tallahassee.
Yeah, that was fun.
We obeyed all of the speed limits going over, didn't we?
We did, and about an hour after we left, I think they had a robbery and a shooting at that
Taco Bell that we ate at.
Yeah.
You know
And
what?
it was near the stadium, too.
One thing in life that we've all learned over the years, Bob, that timing is everything.
Timing. Well, I got to tell you, Bill. And you probably saw on Facebook, speaking of our most revered Bobby Bowden, him and his bride voted. His family took both of them to go and vote. So if you're in your late 80s like Bobby Bowden or
91
at 18 years old, get out to vote.
And here comes Enterprise Wildcats carrying the American flag. I'll always love seeing the flag coming out.
Too.
Old Glory waving as the visitors from Enterprise come out from the north end zone. Your Raiders, it's homecoming night. Cheerleaders on the field. Flags are out there. We're just looking for the Navarre Raiders themselves.
Enterprise brought
quite a good-sized crowd along the way.
Probably as good of a crowd as we've had. More than Choctaw.
I would also got checking in tonight. I'm going to say Faleni Mosau. Let's go Raider Nation. Cheering the boys on from Lake Havasu tonight. That Lake Havasu is in Arizona, is it not?
I mean, I'm a civics teacher, not a geography teacher, but I think you're right.
So that would be back-to-back weeks with viewers from Arizona.
I love it.
Welcome to Irish Bill Sports and Bennett C. Russell Stadium. You are joining us here live for homecoming night here at Navarre High. The Raiders 4-0 hosting the 7-2 Wildcats of Enterprise High. This year of the COVID, as we call it, only one cap. Normally there'd be four captains going out for the pregame toss, but this year only one individual is allowed to accompany the officials to the center of the field for the coin toss. The Raiders come in 4-0, 2-0 at home, 2-0 on the road.
Offensive captain, number 7.
Enterprise 7-2. Only losses to Phoenix City Central and to Prattville. Both teams, all their scheduled out of Alabama. We're the only team on their schedule from the state of Florida this year. Your captains for tonight, number 5, Devin Wright. What a game he had last week, 13 tackles.
Goodness gracious, yes.
Number 3, Jabari Mitchell. Number 7, Jaden Rivera. Zach Marquise out doing the coin toss. And
so,
And your Raider captain, number
Coach
4.
Walls, I wouldn't even know how to approach, the high of last week of the win. And now,
and I always love, you know what? Looking down at the field there, the 3 that cannot join Zach out on the field are down on their knee praying. for the health and safety of their teammates in this game. And also in the end zone as well. Captain out there tonight for Enterprise is number 73, Zach Martin, offensive lineman. He's a senior for the Wildcats.
Wildcats will receive the opening kickoff.
The Raiders win the toss, defer to the second half. Enterprise will get the ball to start this contest, Bob, as we're just moments away from high school football here, week 9 in the state of Florida.
Yeah, as I was alluding to with Coach Walls, to get them ready for this game and focused, after a big win, it had to be difficult. Then you've got homecoming and dress-up days and all that. So,
all right, Raider Nation.
Raiders doing their jumping up and down in the south end zone. And here, ladies and gentlemen, are your 2020 Navarre Raiders. Once again, want to say congratulations to the Navarre Raider JV and freshman teams as they finished their season last night. Both teams with victories over Milton, and to finish their seasons at a respectful 6-0 for both teams. I believe that's the first time. I'm not positive on that, but I think that's the first time that both the freshmen and JV finished unbeaten.
My producer is here tonight with us, consulting with our camerawoman.
I like the uniforms and the helmets. There's a blue stripe down the middle with the E on the side. White helmets, white jerseys, blue numbers, blue pants, stripes down the side. The Raiders come out in their, I'm going to call it Onyx uniforms, colored uniforms. Black Raider helmet, maroon numbers. Preston Penton getting ready to put toe on leather to get the action underway here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. A cool night here in the Panhandle of Florida. Penton with the long kick, end over end. It's going to come to rest at the 5-yard line. It is returnable right up the middle. A nice return by number 6, Joshua McCray. And he gets out there tackled, I believe, by number 30.
And 22.
22, Derek Percival, and number 30, Matthew Felder. So it's going to be 1st and 10, and an offense that we have not seen all year long, Bob, as they kind of come out in a veer.
Yep.
1st and 10, Wildcats from their 33. A lot of misdirection and a nice first down run. He's going to get 4 yards. Give him 5 yards on the carry. You're going to have to look at numbers. Help me out with these numbers because they're going to run. They're going to pick it up. And that was Sam Whitaker on the carry, a gain of 5.
Yep, just inside,
number 99,
inside veer play, almost a trap.
Lemmy Wilson on the tackle for the Raiders. We're at big 99. 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats from their 38. 40 seconds into this contest, no score. It's going to be a direct snap to number 22, which I do not have a name that goes with that number, but we're still going to give him credit for a 2-yard gain.
Famous 22s I can remember.
Eric Stratton.
Elijah Pitts.
How about Emma Smith?
Well, yeah, that's the ultimate.
It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats from their own 40. It's got a nice blocking outside. He's going to cut back. That's a quarterback for Enterprise. He's in the Raider territory, and he's going to get all the way down to the 37 for a 23-yard gain by the quarterback, Quentin Hayes.
Yeah, he's a load to take down. Design play. Quarterback sweep.
A lot of misdirection offense here tonight you're going to see out of the Enterprise Wildcats. First and 10 at the Raider 37. 10-13 on the clock. No score here at Navarre.
That was Austin Bailey on the tackle.
It's going to be a direct snap to the running back, who's going to get to the outside for a 4-yard gain.
Raiders.
Wish I had a name to go with that number. Looks like it's going to be a 4-yard gain. They're going to push him out. They're going to move the chains. Let's give him 4 on the carry.
Well, Enterprise coaches are up here. We'll ask them on our next break who that young man is. They haven't shown pass. Linebackers may want to creep up a little bit, cheat up a little bit to help that defensive line.
They're going to give him 3 on that. 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. And it's going to be handoff off left tackle.
Gain of 1 on the play.
They're going to move the ball down to the 33. And it's going to bring up 3rd and let's call it 3rd and a long 5.
Yeah, handed it off to one back, and then the other back handed it off inside.
Tackle made by number 31, Sebastian Melendez.
And it's going to be 3rd and a long 5.
For the Wildcats.
This could be our first
Quentin Hayes
pass
at
play.
quarterback for Enterprise. And he's going to roll out to his right. He's going to cut back. He's going to have a first down inside the 25, all the way down to the 22 on a nice run. A 10-yard run for Quentin Hayes. And another Wildcat first down.
Wildcats get a first down.
Sure, this is nothing that the defense coaches hadn't seen on film. You can practice it, but until you see it live with another color jersey across, it's hard to reenact.
They run a very tight set here. All 11 players within the line of scrimmage. Quentin Hayes is your quarterback. He's going to take the snap. He's going to fake and he's going to throw out. And they do pass out of this formation. And it's going to be a nice gain inside the 5 and in for a score.
Touchdown.
From 22 yards out. The pass goes to Joshua McCray. And Enterprise on the board with a 3-minute and 16-second drive.
Yeah, well-designed play, little rollout there, little flip pass. Did not see who. They had a lineman out there. May have gotten away with illegal man downfield.
Wildcats lined up in a swinging gate and decided.
The pass goes to Joshua McCray for the touchdown.
We got illegal snap or
McCray will be your holder. And number 40 out there will be your kicker, which I do not have a name for as well. All I can do is take the information off of Max Preps, and if it's not there, not much I can do.
And this could be some of their younger players, too, off their JV and freshman teams, since their seasons may be over. So
the extra point will be 5 yards back on, and it's a long, and it's through. 7-0 Wildcats as they get on the board first. They take the initial drive, and they go 67 yards.
Very impressive. You know, you mentioned helmets, the cool helmets that Enterprise is wearing. You know what I really get a kick out of at the end of the college football season is the Army-Navy game. And each year they have the coolest of the cool helmets representing their respective academies.
So a 7-play, 67-yard drive that took 3 minutes and 16 seconds culminated with a 22-yard pass from Hayes to McCray. Extra point good. 7-0 Wildcats here early on in the first quarter. And we'll get some names to go with some of these numbers here, hopefully. The kickoff for Enterprise, 7-0.
Number 14 and number 3, Jabari Mitchell.
Mitchell back deep at the 3, actually at the 2. He's going to go right up the middle. Another big return for Mitchell. He's over midfield, and he's going to be taken down by the kicker. But it's going to be another big return for Jabari Mitchell.
Nice blocking.
Gets across the 50.
Like you said.
58-yard return.
Wow. The sea just parted. And, you really don't see very many teams do that. Usually they'll do an angle or on the return or have a set return.
Seeing who's in there at quarterback. The 4 and the 1 are very similar. So after we run the first play, we'll let you know who the quarterback is.
It's got to be offsides.
It's going to be Jason Deal getting the start tonight for Navarre.
Defense encroached. He was way over the line of scrimmage. That'll set up 1st and 5 for Navarre.
5-yard penalty.
2 penalties, and the Raiders will be moving down inside the 35 down to the 34. 1st and 5 for the Raiders. Arno and Hull to the top of the screen. Perea down here to the bottom. It's going to be Deal back to pass. He's got a receiver wide open in the end zone, but he overthrows him, incomplete.
Play action that time. Why not? 1st and 5.
I'll bring up 2nd and 5. No harm, no foul. Isaiah Miller into the ball game at tight end. Jaden Rivera, your running back.
There's also probably a test to see how they're going to handle the coverage. Looks like they're playing zone, and then the safety moves
2nd
over.
and 5. It's going to be a handoff to Rivera. He's going to bounce off left tackle and get down to the 30, about the 31-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and he'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Behind the big Bubba's, just trying to find a hole.
He's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Raiders.
Actually going to spot it right at the 30, so give him 4. It'll be 3rd and a long 1 for Navarre. 8:04 on the clock, 7-0 Enterprise here in the first quarter. Deal into shotgun. Mitchell's going to go in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Rivera. He's going to go right behind his guard on the left side, and he's going to get a Raider 1st down to the 28-yard line. A gain of 3 for Navarre. 1st down Navarre at the Wildcat 28-yard line. It's going to be a big pass across the middle, and it's going to be a little bit too much hot sauce on that one.
Too much Tabasco on that one.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders.
As he tried to find Jabari coming from the right side.
Yeah, the
far side of the field. They're going to line up Hull and Perea to the near side. A.J. Arno's splitting out wide to the right. Isaiah Miller, your tight end. Jaden Rivera, your back to the right of starting quarterback Jason Deal. Hall goes in motion. It's going to be Rivera right up the middle. Nice block. He's going to get yards down to the 20.
And off to number 7.
Just shy of the 20. And it's going to be about let's give him 7.5, 8 yards.
Gain of 8.
Nice hole there.
Nice move back there. He cut back he started out to his left, did a little jab step to the right, and got 8 yards out of that. It's going to bring up 3rd and a long 2 for the Raiders.
Who does he remind you of?
You know who.
Michael Carter.
Raiders got a 3rd and a long 2 here coming up at the Enterprise 20-yard line. 7-0 Enterprise here early on in the first quarter with 6:45 to go. It's going to be handoff to Rivera. He's got a 1st down. He's still on his feet inside the 10. And he's going to get down to the 6-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 14 for Rivera and a 1st and goal.
Yep. Slip right there on a sandy spot on the field. Or else I think he might have taken it to the house.
Most definitely. A nice early start here for Rivera. 4 carries, 29 yards in the opening drive. And 1st and goal for the Raiders with 6:20 on the clock.
And the big Bubba's opening those holes.
Hardy goes from left to right. It's going to be a delayed handoff to Rivera. He's going to get inside the 5, try to crawl into the end zone, but about a half a yard short.
That used to be a penalty. Did you know that?
I did not.
Crawling. And hurdling used to be a penalty too. But, yeah, nice run there.
Gain of 5. That's going to get him down to the 1. Bring up 2nd and goal at the 1. It's going to be on the keeper, and Deal in for the score. His first touchdown on the night. A nice sell of the fake up the middle to Rivera.
Yep,
and a 1-yard touchdown for Jason Deal.
Nice RPO there. Just read the end. Took it back.
5:39, the Raiders get on the board on their opening possession. A 1-yard run by Jason Deal.
Jason Deal
Penton in for the extra point.
gets in for the Raiders.
Kick is up, it's high, it's true, and it's through. 7-7 is your score.
Raiders 7, Wildcats 7.
So both teams, Bob, take their opening drive
Both
and
look
go down
impressive.
and score. But thank you to Mr. Jabari Mitchell for setting the Raiders up in great field position, and a great job by his special teams to open up that hole.
Yeah,
Official timeout for a water break.
looks like we have a water break as ROTC is doing their push-ups. Perhaps open up the playbook a little bit and put Jabari in the Wildcat on offense. Because they've run Rivera out of that at times.
7-7 is your score, folks.
Navarre got the ready written themselves. Shannon Mills of Navarre Real Estate Source.
Now, I want to give a big shout out to the Big Bubbas last Friday night. Yeah, they struggled a little bit, but when they had to, they got deep down in the trenches. Zach Marquise ran the offense behind the Raiders' front line, and they did a great job. The Raiders coming down and pull out that victory. And we want to thank the Big Bubbas last Friday night for getting the job done when they had to.
I bet you they slept in Saturday morning.
I wouldn't be surprised. Penn put toe on leather. High end over end kick is going to come down at the 4-yard line. A nice return here by Joshua McCray, who scored the touchdown for the Wildcats. He's going to get out over the 25, out to the 28.
On the return, just outside the 25-yard line.
So Penton getting it deep inside the 5 on his first 2 kickoffs.
Yep.
TJ Peltier on the tackle.
The TJ Peltier on the tackle.
First and 10 Wildcats at the 28-yard line.
So they're going to start about the same spot that they started the last time. From the 33 last time, so 5 yards closer to their goal line. 7-7 is your score here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. 5:30 on the clock. It's going to be Hayes rolling to his right. He's got a receiver wide open. That was Jared Smith breaking free from the line of scrimmage. Jaden Jones back there. That was Deuce Ned back there in coverage.
Yeah.
And they had a man open there, Bob.
They did. I just really love the creativity on offense so far tonight by Enterprise.
Second down and 10.
Second and 10 from the Wildcat 28. It's going to be McCray out of the shotgun. He's going to be close to a Wildcat first down. That is one big size, large young man.
He's a load.
That's what I was trying to say.
Number 5.
A load. But looks like they said he perhaps
Stepped out at the 35, so it's going to be a gain of 7.
Yep.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
I thought he had the first down, but apparently either his knee was down or he stepped out of bounds.
Quentin Hayes is in the shotgun in this veer formation.
You never know who's going to get the ball.
No, and he's going to have enough for the first down. A lot of misdirection out of this Wildcat offense, and it's going to be McCray once again, and he'll have a Wildcat. Why am I saying Eagles? Still getting used to this first time Navarre has ever played Enterprise.
Yep.
So it's going to be a 5-yard gain for McCray and a Wildcat first down. First and 10 Wildcats from their own 40, 4:49 on the clock. 7-7 is your score.
First and 10 Wildcats.
They're going to run it off right here. with a little bit of room back. He's going to cut. Nice move to cut back into Raider territory down to the 45.
Tackle made by number 35 for Gopher.
It's going to be a gain of 15 and another Wildcat first down.
Wildcats get another
He's
first
got some
down.
moves. Looks like you on the dance floor.
45-yard line of the Raiders.
First down and 10 for Enterprise. A lot of misdirection. A lot of this depends on, timing. Direct snap to 9.
Up the middle, gain of about 3.
And that one's going to be Keon Dunlap that I have on my roster. Gain of 2.
Defensive players got to have their head on a swivel, I think, tonight.
Number 22's last name is Johnson. So at least we have a last name to go with number 22.
Johnson.
Quentin Hayes back in at quarterback. But they could snap it to him. They could snap it to McCray. This one's going to go Hayes, and it's a little dump pass to Wyatt Darlington. It's going to be a 2-yard gain, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Wildcats at the Raider 40.
They don't waste much time. This is one of the first huddles I've seen them in. 14 is back in at quarterback.
3rd and 5 coming up for the Wildcats. White jerseys, blue pants with stripes down the side. Pretty cool darn looking helmets. That's going to be a nice pass there. Nice defensive pressure by Connor Eastwood. And there's a late flag coming in. But it's an incompleted pass.
Sebastian Melendez
Holding, and then probably
puts pressure on the quarterback. Holding
Well, let's see what.
against the Wildcats.
intentional grounding.
Nobody over there. It's going to be.
I wouldn't give them another down. That's for dang sure.
Well, if it's intentional grounding, it's a loss of down.
Correct.
So it would be 4th down.
Against the Wildcats. Going to decline.
It would be 4th down.
So I guess they said that one of the running backs was in the vicinity.
4th down for the Wildcats.
Nice defensive pressure there by Connor Eastwood.
Yep.
They line up with their offense.
Who knows what they're going to
Got Todd Aerosmith checking in tonight. Welcome, Todd. It's going to be Hayes off left tackle, and he's going to be a little bit short, I believe.
Just shy of the first down mark.
Yep.
He's going to pick up 4, but the Raiders are going to take over on downs.
Looked like he had it.
Turnover on downs. Raider ball. 1st and 10.
Good defensive stop. That really does a lot for the defense, knowing that they can stop, a very prolific team averaging 37 points a game. I think that's what your math said.
And Coach Walsh declining the 10-yard penalty that would have pushed him back into a 3rd and 15 situation. He had faith in his Raiders defense, and they made this stop. They came up big.
Yep.
1st and 10 Raiders from their own 36, 2:42 on the clock. It's going to be Rivera out to the left. He's got a nice gain over the 40. Good first down carry for Jaden Rivera out to the 43, and they're going to give him 7 yards. They'll bring up 2nd and 3 for Navarre from their 43. What a beautiful moon tonight here in the Panhandle of Florida.
Moon over Navarre.
Moon over Navarre. 2nd and 3 for the Raiders. We're down to 2:06 on the clock. We're all tied up at 7 here late in the first quarter. Jason Deal still in at quarterback for Navarre. Back to pass. He's got a receiver downfield. And it's going to be almost intercepted.
Right.
And broken up on a nice defensive play back there by Jared Smith.
Yeah, he put on the afterburners, and the Navarre receiver had a step on him, but that defensive back put on the afterburners and caught up with the ball, and like you said, almost intercepted it.
That was Hall, the intended receiver, covered tightly out there by Jared Smith. He breaks up the place. 3rd and 3 for Navarre from their own 43. 148 as the clock stops on the incompleted pass. Navarre in the backfield. He's going to be stuck at the line of scrimmage and get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe give him a half a yard, and it's going to bring up fourth and a long 2.
Maybe a short gain on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think you play field position here.
Oh, you have to in a game like this, and Princeton Penton comes out for his first punt on the night. First punt by either team. Penton will be standing just inside his own 30 at the 28. As the clock winds here in the first quarter, 7-7.
Wind in his face.
Nice snap. Penton with a directional kick. That's going to be touched. Was that touched?
I think it was touched.
He is putting it. It doesn't look like it was touched.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it was not touched. It looked like it for a second.
Mercy.
But it's going to come to rest on the 21-yard line.
I had my carrots today for lunch.
35-yard punt for Penton.
So I thought I saw a putty cat. I thought it was a touch.
You did.
I did. They're playing.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 52.1 on the clock here. We're all tied at 7 here in the first quarter.
It's their worst field position of their 3 drives.
Quentin Hayes. Johnson with the carry. He's going to get to the outside for a nice gain. He's going to be just shy of the 25. There's a Raider Downey, but he gets up a little bit late. They has Jordan Moon.
50.
97. It's going to be a 4-yard gain for Johnson. 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats. As this might be the last play of the first quarter, Bob.
Could be winding down here.
Hayes in the shotgun. He's going to run it himself, but nowhere there except about 5 or 6 Navarre Raiders.
That's probably the first time we've, other than the quarterback sack.
We're going to go to a commercial break at the end of 1. Navarre 7, Enterprise 7 here on IrishBillSports.com. And we'll be back after this commercial break.
Craig Culver of Culver's. Before farm to table, before field to fork, there was just good, wholesome food. Grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
Irish Bill and Seminole Bob back here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. 7-7 as we get ready to start the second stanza. We got 3rd and a long 6 for the Wildcats from their own 24.
Where you at, Raider Nation? Let's make some noise.
Hayes back to pass. He's feeling pressure. They're going to dump a little pass, and it's going to go nowhere. It's going to be a loss on the play.
Raiders sniff that one out.
And it's going to be a loss back to the 19, a loss of 5 on the pass to McCray.
Good read by the defensive linemen and the linebackers.
And the Wildcats.
Just a center screen, well smelled out, nice play.
Their kicker is also their punter. Standing on his own 4-yard line. Good snap. Nice end over end punt. It's going to take a bounce straight up and straight down at the Raider 49. It's going to be fielded there at the 49, where the Raiders will have great field position at the Enterprise 49-yard line.
You know, one of our great sponsors, Culver's, allows us to bring our Wednesday show. What did you have at Culver's last week? I know you went inside. Did you have ice cream or did you have fish sandwich?
I had the very smallest concrete mixer that you can have.
Okay.
And
what flavor?
I always, of course, chocolate ice cream, chocolate custard with Heath.
Oh.
And I had the North Atlantic filet sandwich. 1st and 10 Raiders from the midfield stripe. It's going to be Mitchell on the carry off the jet sweep. He's going to gain 3 down to the 46. Actually give him 4 as the ball was at the 50-yard line. So give Mitchell 4 yards on his first carry of the night.
3 on the play brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Raiders.
That's going to be spotted right at the 46. So give him 4. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Very good.
2nd and 6 for the Raiders at the Wildcat 46. Marquise in at quarterback. He's going to feel pressured out. And he's going to go back and be sacked at the 48, a loss of 2.
Scrambles.
He'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Hard for a right-handed quarterback to run that way, turn your body.
But the defensive pressure there by number 97, Dwayne Buckner, he had nowhere else to go.
Nowhere to run to, baby.
Nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
3rd and 8 for the Raiders at the Enterprise 48-yard line. 9:58 on the clock running here. They're going to run a little screenplay to Rivera. He is going to be tackled, but I think we're going to have a holding by the wide receiver. Either the wide receiver or the left tackle there after the gain down to the 44.
Yeah.
It's going to be holding against Navarre. Their first penalty of the night. Do you decline it or do you make it 4th and 4?
Well, you may want to take this.
They are going to take it. They're going to move it back into the Raiders' end of the field. The Raiders' first penalty on the night.
Because that might have backed them up a ways on a punt. So they're basically playing field position. Well, that was from the line of scrimmage. Wow, that was a
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Spot foul.
I beg your pardon.
So it's going to back it up to the 39.
And 21.
3rd and 21 for the Raiders. Switch to the top of the screen, single to the bottom. Got Matthew Perea is going to get the catch. Or is that A.J. Arnold? That's A.J. Arnold with the Raider touchdown on a beautiful pass from Zach Marquise to A.J. Arnold for the score.
Right down the middle, too.
61-yard pass play from Marquise to Arnold, and the Raiders are back on the board.
He put on a little afterburner there to catch up with the football.
Great pass. Great reception.
So the Raiders take the lead at the 9:40 mark of the second quarter, their first lead of the night. Penton in for the extra point coming up. It's up, it's true, and it is through. 14-7 Navarre with 9:40 to go in the second quarter as the Raiders convert a 3rd and 21.
3rd and 21. That looks good on a stat sheet when you convert a 3rd and 21.
It was. I think Arnold picked up a little bit. He turned on the jets just to get to that ball.
He did, and didn't lose his balance either.
Caught it right in stride, right behind the Enterprise defender.
Split him.
And took it to the end zone. No deposit, no return on that one.
Yep. Beautiful.
And Arno with his first touchdown of the season.
You know, he has worked so hard in our program. And, you know, all the players. But he really has come into his own. And, you know, some of the seniors from last year were talking about the receiving corps, and they were just so proud of how hard they worked. And proud of Arno. He does a great job, works very hard.
Penton with the toe on leather. Another one inside the 5, down to the 4. McCray with the return. That guy is tough to bring down. And he carries about 2 or 3 Raiders for about 5 yards. And he's going to get out over the 25 at the 28-yard line. So a 56-yard kickoff and a return out to the 28, so a return of 24 for McCray.
Well, the Raiders have the wind behind their backs in this quarter, and depending on how what the option is in the second half, they may choose to go with the win. You never know if it's a field goal game that the win might help you.
Hayes in the shotgun, 1st and 10, Wildcats. He's going to get chased from behind, but before he gets out over the 30, out to the 33-yard line, give him 5 yards, 2nd and 5. Wildcats with 9:20 on the clock. Devin Wright on the tackle.
The defense of Navarre has got to be confident stopping Enterprise 2 times in a row after, they marched down on the first drive.
Hayes brings the Wildcat offense to the line of scrimmage. Second, and they're going to give him a little over 5 on that one. 2nd and 5. Hayes goes in motion, a little misdirection. They're going to throw out to the back, and he's short. Kind of short arms the pass, and it's going to fall incomplete and bring up 3rd and 5.
Similar play to the touchdown.
Brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Wildcats.
Little misdirection. You only have a certain number of plays, and I certainly don't know how many plays Enterprise has. I'm sure it's many. But if you keep showing it over and over, it's kind of like in baseball, the second or third time in the batting order, you start to see tendencies arise.
And it's a short 5 coming up here. Wildcats from their own 33. 8:38 on the clock. 14-7 Navarre here in the second quarter. Johnson is going to sprint out to his right. Hayes is going to keep it, and he'll have a Wildcat first down, but not before he takes a lick from the linebacker out there, Devin Wright.
Mercy me.
Give him 6, but it was a hard 6. 6 the hard way. But enough for a Wildcat first down. Well, you can watch this game live on irishbillsports.com or out on YouTube as well, Irish Bills Sports Live. And, folks, if you miss it, guess what? You can go back and watch it anytime you want because it remains out on the website. 1st and 10, Wildcats right up the gut on a big run by Keon Dunlap. He's going to get down to the Raider 45.
Good penetration that time by the defensive line, but they got trapped on the play.
14-yard gain and a Wildcat first down.
Well,
in the Raider territory once again on their sixth first down of the night.
This is what you want to, if you're Coach Darlington, this is how you want your offense to respond to that long pass.
Hayes in the shotgun. He's back to pass. And he's going to be hit and intercepted. Derek Percival with the interception. And he could take this a long ways. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 31. Percival with the interception. And the Raiders in scoring position once again.
Yeah, that was the pressure. It could have been Grady Kelly on the pressure. We'll have to go back and take a look at it.
Kelly got a little bit on the back of Hayes, and that allowed the pass to come up a little bit short, and Percival stepped right in front of the receiver, And he returned it from the 31 on down back to the 32. So 37-yard return for Percival on the interception. 1st and 10 Raiders at the Wildcat 32. Marquise back in at quarterback, and he's going to feel pressure. He's got another receiver downfield and in the end zone. And the Raiders he drops it.
Oh, wow.
He drops it. Wide open in the end zone. And he cannot hold on to it. Nice defensive play there by the cornerback, actually the safety for Enterprise, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Wow.
Steve Alford gets a little excited at times down there, which we thought he held on to it at first too. So I can't really point the finger at Steve. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders at the Enterprise 32 after a 37-yard return on the interception by Percival. That's the first turnover of the night by either team.
Enterprise going to a 3-4 defense, and that could be a mistake with
number 7, Jaden Rivera.
Rivera with the carry
the
down inside the 30, down to about the 27. Looks like they're going to give him 6 on the carry. Bring up 3rd down and 4.
They got some big defensive linemen, that's for sure.
48 yards on 8 carries for Jaden, a 6.0 clip here early on in the game. 3rd and 4 for Navarre. Like I said, twin receivers to the top of the screen, single to the near side. Navarre on top, 14-7 with 6:25 on the clock. Rivera's going to be close to a first down, inside the 20, and all the way down to the 18-yard line.
First down.
They're going to spot it at the 18, give him 8 on the carry, and a Raider first down.
Big Bubba's opening up those holes tonight.
Navarre's 3rd first down of the night. First and 10, Navarre at the Enterprise 18-yard line. 6:13 on the clock. It's going to be Rivera trying to go off right guard. He's met right there and dropped right at the line. Actually, he's going to lose one. Big hit there by Tanner Rogers. He's going to lose one back to the – actually, they're going to spot the ball at the line of scrimmage, so no loss on that one. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Navarre, just outside the Wildcat 18-yard line. 5:40 on the clock, 14-7 Navarre here in the second quarter.
Be a pass play here. Got single coverage on the outside.
It's going to be Rivera right up the middle, still on his feet. Breaks inside the 10 and gets down to the – and we got a young man down for Enterprise. Hopefully he's going to be okay. They're going to spot the ball at the 7. 1st and goal on the 12-yard carry by Jaden Rivera. Hopefully the young man's going to get up and walk off on his own.
Have you ever banged knees with someone or –
who are you talking with? To a guy with 2 bad knees.
Yeah.
Well, 1 bad knee now.
When you bang a knee against a knee or against something, holy cow.
You know what the worst is? When you're walking through your living room and you catch a corner of a table. That has to be about the worst feeling you can ever have. Mm-hmm. They've already put points up on the scoreboard. They need to correct that. I don't know. Think they have realized that they have the wrong score up there. I think they do. They're trying to correct it. They're going to go ahead and take the water break here, Bob.
Yep, absolutely.
14-7 Navarre. Enterprise takes the opening drive, 67 yards. Culminates with a 22-yard pass play from Hayes to McCray. Kick is good, 7-0 Enterprise. The Raiders answer back at 5:39 on their opening possession. A 1-yard run by Jason Deal, his first of the season. Penton with the extra point. We're tied at 7. The Raiders get back on the board in the second quarter on a 61-yard pass play from Marquise to Arno. And that's where we stand, 14-7. First and goal for the Raiders at the Eagles 7. Marquise in the shotgun. Rivera to his left, twins to the top of the screen. It's going to be Rivera breaking off left tackle and into the end zone. Raider touchdown. Jaden Rivera's 9th touchdown on the season, his 8th rushing, and the Raiders are back on the board and now lead 20-7.
Well, I tell you, I'm very impressed with what we've seen tonight from the Raider offense.
Penton in for the extra point. (20-7) Navarre with 5:16 on the clock here in the second. That kick is high, it's true, and it's through. 21-7 Navarre. And here comes the ROTC with 21 more push-ups. After Penton puts the ball through the uprights.
There's some true, what do we call those players that play both ways? Iron Man?
Iron Man.
There's some Iron Men ROTC kids in
got that
sleeve
right.
shirts and shorts.
Go get them while they last.
And that ground ain't warm, as they say in the South.
Got some new apparel that came in as well. Go check it out.
Well, one thing that's missing from previous years is a score overlay, but that's why I'm trying to give you the score and the time as much as possible. We do not have this. We switched companies here this year, and we'll figure that out going into next season. We'll figure out a way to get the overlay and scoreboard and everything into our broadcast.
Well, we hope we have many more broadcasts of Irish Bill Sports.
For 2020, of course.
Yeah.
Well, we have at least 2 more.
At least.
At the very least.
Get ready to return the kickoff.
Penton with the high end over end kick. It's a shorter one this time. It's going to come the rest at the 9-yard line. And a great lot of room for McCray to run out over the 30, and he's going to get to the 37-yard line. A 28-yard return for McCray after the 51-yard kickoff off the foot of Preston Penton.
They may want to try some directional kicks. He's a load.
I think Coach Walls has seen enough of that young man.
Oh, yeah.
What a great return game. Both teams.
Wildcats from the 36-yard line.
21-7 is your score. Navarre out on top with 5:08 to go here in the second. Quentin Hayes, your quarterback. He's going to run. That was a nifty little play, and I think we're going to have a face mask penalty on the inside, the little shuffle pass. And I think we're going to have a face mask penalty.
Made by number 99, Lemmy Wilson.
A 5-yard, at least 5. Personal foul face mask. We caught both of that right off the way. So it's going to give the Eagles a first down. The Eagles. There I go again.
15-yard penalty.
There I go.
The Wildcats.
Wildcats first down.
So it's a completed pass.
First and 10 from the 47. 48.
McCray on the misdirection, but there's nowhere to go as he's met at the line of scrimmage by a host of Raiders.
Raiders getting great penetration on the defensive line.
Loss of 1 on the play.
It's about a 3-yard gain on the shuffle pass, but the 15-yard penalty gave them the first down.
It's like number 12, Connor Eastwood.
Connor Eastwood on the tackle. A 1-yard loss for McCray. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Wildcats.
For the Wildcats.
Just inside Raider territory at the 49, 4:11 on the clock. And there's a handoff right up the gut.
Not today.
You know, I just think Enterprise runs better more to the outside. They've got some speed backs. But 22 has killed us all night.
And that was number 9, Keon Dunlap on the carry for no gain.
Brings up 3rd down and a long 11.
3rd and 11 for the Wildcats from the Raider 49. 3:42 on the clock. 21-7 Navarre here late in the second quarter. Hayes going to be pressured out. Great defensive pressure by the front seven of Navarre. Connor Eastwood with the tackle and the sack.
Wow, that's his second tonight, maybe?
Wildcats and 13.
Sacked by Eastwood. It's going to be a loss of 2. And they're forcing the Wildcats back to punt for the second time on the night. Jaden Jones back deep for the Raiders. Or is that Jamari Mitchell back there?
Fair catch made by Jaden Jones.
That was Jaden Jones, the fair catch.
Raiders get the ball, 1st and 10.
Now the Raiders are going to receive. They'll have the option, Bill, I think, to start the second half.
Nice punt there.
Yep.
2 minutes, 51 seconds to go before half.
You definitely want to take the ball. But I mean, he might be tempted.
Let's give it up for that Raider defense.
Tempted to take the wind, but
Jason Deal coming back out here for this possession. Both quarterbacks have been effective tonight.
They sure have.
2:51 on the clock, 21-7 Navarre. It's going to be Rivera off left tackle. He dives out over the 15, and he's going to get out to about the 18-yard line. So looks like we're going to give him 3 on the play. Rivera up to 78 yards already on 13 carries here in the first half, and his 9th touchdown of the season, his 8th rushing. 2nd and 7. The Raiders kind of working the clock here a little bit. Deal into shotgun, twins to the top of the screen, Sigel to the bottom. Mitchell goes in motion. It's going to be Rivera. He's going to fight a couple of Wildcats, and I think he puts the ball on the ground.
I think you're right. They sure do.
And the Wildcats that's his first fumble of the season.
Turnover.
And the Wildcats are going to get great field position after the 1-yard gain. Rivera puts the ball on the turf. And both teams have now turned the ball over once, have given their opponent great field position.
1st and 10 Wildcats.
He's doing push-ups as punishment, his own punishment.
So why do I keep saying Eagles? I think you got Niceville on my mind. 1st and 10 Wildcats from the Raider 18. It's going to be Johnson out of the Wildcat.
Of course it's a Wildcat.
Finally brought down after about 8 yards.
Dun-dun-dun.
Dun-dun-dun.
It's going to be a gain of 7 for Johnson. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, they run really very well with him
2nd down and 3.
away from the heart of Navarre.
That's a big turnover right there, winding down here, trailing by 14. If they can put any score up here, they'll be within
a touchdown.
It's going to be a Wildcat right up the middle, and it'll be enough. Looks like enough for a Wildcat first down.
Yep.
He's going to gain four on the play.
Devin Wright.
Devin Wright on the tackle.
This field gets a lot of use from the varsity JV teams.
First and goal
lacrosse,
for the Wildcats.
Soccer.
Just inside the
Down 106 on the clock. First and goal for the Wildcats.
Nothing there.
Nothing there as they try to go off right tackle.
Tackle made by number 52.
Timeout Wildcats. Grady Kelly on the tackle.
2nd down and goal, just under a minute to play.
As they move the ball back, they're going to spot the ball back. It looks like at about the 7-yard line. So it's going to be a loss of about 1.
Up on the roof tonight, Bill.
Most definitely. What a cool night it is.
A cool night and a cool night. So far, it's been a good night for Navarre, up 21-7. But Enterprise threatening here.
Tonight's officials are from the Miracle Strip Officials Association. Thank you, guys.
See if the Raider defense can stand tall here to end this first half.
That'd be huge.
To pick up their fallen mate on the fumble by Jaden Rivera, his first fumble on the season.
Yeah, he's
been a workhorse.
It must have been a strip.
Second down and goal for the Wildcats.
I don't think he dropped it. I think it was stripped.
Let's go, Raider Nation.
Either way, it's a turnover.
Quentin Hayes running the offense. And he overthrows his intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd down.
I think we're in we're in 4-down territory, Bill. I really do.
Or do you want to get points on the board at 10.5? Points you are not expecting as Navarre was looking to run out the clock here in the first half.
Right. I think you want to go into halftime with something, which is a good point. This is a huge play in this game so far.
3rd down and goal.
3rd and goal from the 7 for the Wildcats. 54 seconds on the clock, 21-7 Navarre. It's going to be a quick pass, and in for his second touchdown on the night is McCray, Joshua McCray.
Get into the end zone.
McCray second on the night, this one from 7 yards.
Looks like the quarterback got crunched on the play. He is hurting.
And Enterprise gets on the board here late in the first half after they take over on the fumble. They score with 48.1 left on the clock and looking to cut it to 7.
Let's watch this extra point with him being hit and expected to do the handling. Very crisp. Whistles and flags.
Flag on the play.
Probably offsides Navarre.
So the Wildcats convert on 3rd and goal from the 7 as Quentin Hayes found Joshua McCray for the second time tonight.
Well, they're going to try the point again. I'd be tempted to go for a 2-point conversion here.
The kick is up and is good. Cuts the lead to 21-14.
Wildcats take advantage of an early turnover deep in the Raiders.
So the Raiders will have 3 timeouts left with 48 seconds on the clock, depending on the return from Jabari Mitchell. Or I don't think they will try and they'll probably kick away from him this time.
May even try to kick it out of bounds.
Want to thank everybody out there. Doc Garner checking in as well. Thanks, Doc. Stephen Holland, Quad City Dogs out there. Thanks, everybody, for checking in tonight on IrishMillSports.com. Our video broadcast of Navarre Raider football. The last regular season home game for the Raiders here on this October 30th night, and it's finally cool here in the Panhandle.
Yeah. And let us know where you're calling from, where you're
checking in
from. Whether it's Onyx Drive or
update from Milton, 21-7 Niceville over Milton.
Okay. Uh-oh, kicker slipped.
Kicker slipped. It's going to be picked up by Mitchell. He's going to go still on his feet. Another great, nope, there's the kicker again. But another great return by Jabari Mitchell. He's becoming a force on the Raider return game as he picks it up about the 15-yard line. And he returns it to the Raider 41.
You've got to have seen film on the special teams. You've seen him return 2.
Up over 100 again on his 2 returns. That one 44 yards. And the Raiders are in business. 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 41-yard line. Arno and Mitchell to the near side. Brea to the far side. Timeout, Navarre.
Yeah, it just didn't look like they had their personnel in.
Timeout.
That they
wanted. Check out these stats, Bob. Last week, Jabari returns 2 kickoffs. One for 78 yards, one for 54 for 132 yards. That's easy. That's a 66-yard average. Tonight, a return of 58 and a return of 44 for 102 yards. That's an average of 51.
Good friend of mine, Will Barrett, who's the voice of the Prattville Lions, he just texted me back. He says the craziest offense I have ever seen. Pretty weak
checking
defense.
in tonight, watching tonight?
Or
are they
well, he's doing
tonight?
a game, I'm
Okay.
sure. Will's the play-by-play man. Pretty weak defense. Well,
Don't forget,
we'll see.
Marquise in at quarterback. Arno and Hull to the top of the screen. Mitchell and Perea to the – actually, Arno's down near the bottom. Perea's up with Hull at the top. 1st and 10 Raiders. They're going to do a quick hit to Arno, and he's going to go down the right sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5. He stepped out of bounds.
Oh.
No.
Jay Holmes not happy about that.
They're going to say he
Holy
stepped out of
cow.
bounds at the 34-yard line.
And one of the assistant coaches, Coach Wright, is right in the referee's ear too, because he was standing right there.
At the 30.
Too bad we don't have instant replay.
Second down and 3.
That
Wow.
would have been would have been 6 more for Arno. Instead, it's a 7-yard gain. 31 on the clock. They're going to have to reset the clock because they ran the clock until.
Yep.
So they may have to put a couple of seconds back on this clock.
And I don't see them. They're not asking for it. Wow.
I think he's still a little hyped up about the out of bounds call.
Yep.
Second and 2 for the Raiders.
Same play.
It's going to be Arno down the sideline. This time he didn't step out of bounds until he was forced down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 16 to Arno and a first down. Navarre.
In field goal position. As Navarre calls timeout.
Navarre's 5th first down of the night. 25.7 on the clock. Bailey going to throw it deep in the end zone. It's going to be
Pass intercepted in the end zone.
Wow.
By the Wildcats.
Ouch.
little turnover there at the end of the half. That's going to thwart the Raider drive there, right there on the second turnover in the last 2 drives.
Yeah, he had a lot of room to run.
Probably a pass that he would have wanted back there, Bob.
Yeah, one of those plays that. I want this one back.
Nice defensive play there on the interception.
Very athletic play.
18.8 seconds on the clock. 1st and 10 Enterprise from their own 20. 21-14 Navarre. And he's just going to take a knee. We're going to go to the half. And that's going to be your halftime score. Your halftime score, Navarre 21, Enterprise 14. The Raiders will get the ball to start the second half. And we're going to go to a timeout and hear words from our sponsors.
Got your homecoming quick.
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. If buying, selling, or building a dream home is in your future, you need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes and Stacy Wright are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or selling experience smooth. See University at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call 850-396-0322.
Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, are making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people Matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Navarre Raider Sports is brought to you by Ursula Householder of Coldwell Banker Residential Real Estate, your local real estate connection. With Ursula, you got a positive, helpful partner for buying or selling a home. Ursula can help with all of your real estate needs. Whether in the Florida Panhandle or around the world, her 16 years experience in real estate will work for you with innovative marketing strategies. Thinking about selling your home? Call Ursula for a free marketing analysis to see if you qualify for one of the incentive programs. Call or text 850-642-5711. Email ursula.householder@floridamoves.com or go to householderhomes.com. Go Raiders! Your fans are all behind you at the field or while you're watching at home.
Craig Culver of Culver's.
Before farm to table, before field to fork, there was just good, wholesome food. Grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. If buying, selling, or building a dream home is in your future, you need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes and Stacy Wright are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or selling experience smooth. See University at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call 850-396-0322.
Irish Bill back here at halftime, the homecoming.
His favorite high school memory is watching the basketball
as Bob is doing his best
after graduation, the Jay plans to attend Florida State University and major in
impression of a cameraman.
He believes he should be voted homecoming king because he works hard, treats others with respect, and dresses really well.
Doing a good job there, Bob. We're at the half, Navarre 21 and Enterprise 14 as the Wildcats take a late turnover by Navarre, and they cut it to 7 after trailing by 14 after Navarre had ran off 21 straight points over the first and second quarter to end the half. 21-14 here at the half. And we got some, let's go over to our scoreboard here. And I want to thank my good friend Joshua Wilson from FloridaHighSchoolFootball.com for putting this all together each and every Thursday, Friday, and sometimes Monday nights. Over in Tallahassee, Leon 12, Rickards 9. Madison County 14, Flagler Palm Coast 9. Godby over FAMU in the fourth quarter 50-20. Wakulla over Vernon 15-8 in the fourth quarter. Monroe Day 20, Hamilton County 13 in the third quarter. North Florida Christian 34, Taylor County 13. Northview 25, Chipley 13, third quarter. Baker 20, Sneeds 19. What a great game going over on in Baker, just down the road from here. Lighthouse PCA over Jay 24-22 in the third quarter at the half. Mosley 28 and Bozeman 3. Pine Forest 14, Pensacola 13 at the half. Walton 21, St. John Paul II 21-14 at the half. Bay trailing Arnold 24-17 at the half. Mariana over North Bay Haven 20-0 at the half. Pace over Choctaw 27-14. Niceville in the second quarter over Milton 28-7. No score yet from the Tate Catholic game, and Gulf Breeze Fort Walton Beach has been canceled. Escambia in the first quarter over Crestview 16-13. I think that game's a little bit later. May not be getting an update from them. Want to thank everybody over there at Stripes tonight watching the Raider game here. Doc Garner checking in. And we are doing the homecoming here. It's homecoming night. It's the last regular season home game for the Raiders here in 2020. The Raiders will be on the road next Friday night in Crestview, a 7 o'clock kickoff. And that one, a battle between the Bulldogs. It seems like we just played the Bulldogs. We did. They had the Lucia Bulldogs. This will be the Crestview Bulldogs, as the Raiders will play a team from Florida for the first time in a while since their game against Choctaw, October 8th at Thursday night. So it will almost be 4 weeks before the Raiders play a team from Niceville. Update from Milton, 28-7 at the half with 1:43 on the clock. Thanks to my good friend Joe Settle out there for keeping me updated on that big game over there between two 5-0 teams. You're on the camera. You're seeing homecoming night as Bob's trying to do his best Ray Charles impression. He's doing a good job over there. We want to thank his daughter Anne Marie for doing the camera tonight, and we'll thank her once she gets back on the camera. No, Bob and I like giving each other. He's doing his best job. I should just lay off on him. I'm surprised that the producer has not gotten all over Irish Bill. But back to the game. Let's go over some halftime stats here at Navarre High at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. We'll go with the visitors on the road through the first half. 111 yards of rushing, 29 passing, but very effective passing. 5 of 9 for 33 yards and 2 touchdowns for Quentin Hayes. He found his running back Joshua McCray for both of theirs. Hayes also your leading ground carrier with 44 yards on 8 carries. Let's move over to Navarre. Dual-headed quarterback tonight for Navarre once again. Split the time between Jason Deal, who got the nod tonight to start this game. Jason so far 0 for 3 in the game, but he did have a 1-yard run to get the Raiders on the board to tie this game up at 7. Marquise comes in, 3 of 5, 84 yards and a touchdown, and also 1 interception. And the leading receiver on the night is the only guy that has caught a pass all night, and that is A.J. Arnold, 3 catches for 84 yards. On the ground for the Raiders, 79 yards on 14 carries for Jaden Rivera. The Raiders with 84 passing, 82 rushing, 166 total yards in the first half. 7 first downs for Escambia. 4 first downs for Navarre in the first half. As the Raiders let's go over the scoring plays here one more time. If you tuned in a little bit late, Enterprise took the opening drive, 67 yards, a 22-yard pass from Hayes to McCray. The kick good, 7-0. Wildcats with 8:44 on the clock. The Raiders would answer right back, courtesy of a 58-yard kickoff return from Jabari Mitchell to set the Raiders up at the 43-yard line. A penalty later, and a drive down to the 1 before Deal closes it out to tie this game up at 7. Into the second quarters, the Raiders convert a 3rd and 21 on a 61-yard pass from Zach Marquise to A.J. Arnold. Penton's kick is good, and the Raiders had their first lead at 14-7. They would tack another one on at 5:16 as Navarre scored his 9th touchdown of the season, 8th on the ground. Penton adds the extra point for a 21-7 lead. The duo would hook up once again as Hayes finds McCray out of the backfield for a 6-yard pass play. Kick good, and we're 21-14 at the half. We're going to head on back out to hear a word from our sponsors once again. It's Irish Bill with Seminole Bob on Irish Bill Sports. 21-14 Navarre at the half.
Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, or making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Navarre Raider Sports is brought to you by Ursula Householder of Coldwell Banker Residential Real Estate, your local real estate connection. With Ursula, you got a positive, helpful partner for buying or selling a home. Ursula can help with all of your real estate needs. Whether in the Florida Panhandle or around the world, her 16 years experience in real estate will work for you with innovative marketing strategies. Thinking about selling your home? Call Ursula for a free marketing analysis to see if you qualify for one of the incentive programs. Call or text 850-642-5711. Email ursula.householder@floridamoves.com or go to householderhomes.com. Go Raiders! Your fans are all behind you at the field or while you're watching at home.
And we're going to switch it over to the field as the homecoming queen is going to be announced here shortly. We're going to turn it over to the field, Mike, and Mr. Boozer will be making the announcement here rather shortly. Your score at the half, Navarre 21, Enterprise 14. You're watching live Navarre Raider football on IrishBillSports.com. You can catch us every Friday night during the high school football season.
All right, everybody,
with kickoffs at 7 and 7:30 throughout the year. And every Wednesday night from Culver's in downtown Navarre at 7 o'clock, Irish Bill's Twist on Sports.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
your homecoming queen from Navarre.
Homecoming queen for 2020 is Miss Kaylee McDonald.
And there's your homecoming queen, Miss Kaylee McDonald is your homecoming queen for 2020 here at Navarre High School. I want to thank everybody once again for logging on to IrishBillSports.com tonight and catching Raider football here each and every Friday night. Well, we try to make it every Friday night, but though COVID has not been on our side this year, and hurricanes have not been very good to us either. But we're here on this Friday night, and your homecoming queen from Navarre High School for 2020, Kayla McDonald.
Part of this ceremony and to watch our team.
Want to thank our part-time cameraman, Bob Grant, over there for catching the homecoming festivities. Wherever you may be out there, I want to thank each and every one of you. We appreciate it from the bottom of our heart that you get log on and catch Irish Bill Sports live video of Navarre Raider football. And we appreciate it each and every Friday night and on Wednesday nights from Culver's. And let's talk about our sponsors a little bit. Without them, Bob and I couldn't come here up on the roof each and every Friday night. Culver's from Navarre, Randy and Honey Smith. I can't thank them enough for allowing us to. When I didn't have a home for my show, they stepped up and I approached them and they let us now 4 years strong at Culver's. We do Irish Bill's Twist on Sports. University Lending Group, Jennifer Gomes and Stacy Wright. I don't know how many years they've been with me. I think about 8 years now. At least 7 or 8 years now. Navarre Raider Quarterback Club always step up every year and allow us to bring you Raider games. Express Professional Employment from Pensacola. My wife Brenda Kay and all the fine folks at Express come aboard last year in 2019. Now they're their second year sponsoring Navarre Raider football. And Ursula Householder, can't thank you enough, Ursula, and what you do. Your son graduated in 2011. Stephen, your last one. And you've been with me ever since, I believe, since 2012. And 8 or 9 years that you've been sponsoring my broadcast of Navarre Raider football. And I thank you and Mike and the family there for being a strong supporter of what we do here at Navarre High. Not only with the broadcast, but all the other things that happen and go on in our community. Thank you, Ursula, for what you do. And 21-14 here at the half. And the young ladies still on the field as they get ready to leave. They're down there taking their photo opportunities. As the camera stays on there, your 2020 homecoming queen, Kayla McDonald from Navarre High School. Congratulations, Kayla. And we're going to head out commercial break. 21-14 Navarre at the half. We'll be back after this break.
Craig Culver of Culver's.
Before farm to table, before field to fork, there was just good, wholesome food. Grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. If buying, selling, or building a dream home is in your future, you need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes and Stacy Wright are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or selling experience smooth. See University at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call 850-396-0322.
Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, and making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishVilleSports.com.
Here at the half, 21-14 Navarre. The teams are back out on the field to play. And this is Irish Bill. Bob taking a break before we get started here in this second half. And I just wanted to show you Irish Bill in action here. I don't get the camera on me much other than our Wednesday night show. But I want to thank everyone out there for logging on every Friday night during high school football season. And I'm fortunate and I'm able to be in the place that I am to cover a great program here at Navarre High, and I want to thank each and every one of you out there because without you I'd be broadcasting to nobody, and so I appreciate you out there as well. And I wanted to pass on something that Ursula passed on to me. It says, thank you, Bill. I'm so glad that you bring the game to those who can't be there in person, especially our military parents that have to be away. I thank them for their service, and we thank all of them for all of our military and also those civilians, our first responders. And we thank you all for what you do for our country. And we thank you. And we're ready for second half action as we switch the camera back to the field. Navarre in the south end zone at the time. The Wildcats have graced the far sideline with their presence. And we're ready for second half kickoff here on IrishVilleSports.com.
Receive the opening kickoff of the second half.
And the Raiders will get the ball to start the second half. I'll be surprised if that ball gets anywhere near Jabari Mitchell. 2 kickoff returns tonight for 102 yards. 58 on the first, 44 on the second. And Hall and Mitchell will go back deep. Your up backs right in front of them. 22, Derek Percival. A.J. Arno. Devin Wright and Connor Eastwood standing about the 35 as they venture back towards their own 30. We're getting ready to put toe on leather here to get this second half started. 21-14 Navarre here as we start the second half. It's a little pooch kick. Devin Wright with the fair catch at the 29.
Caught by number 5, Devin Wright. I do apologize.
The little pooch kick, they were not going to put it anywhere near Mitchell. The Raiders will have 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Let's see who's coming back out here at quarterback for Navarre. 1st and 10 Raiders from their own 30 on the fair catch on the kickoff by Devin Wright. Looks like the 1 and the 4 look very close. It's going to be a handoff to Rivera. It is Zach Marquise to start the second half. Rivera's going to get out to the 34. A gain of 4 for Rivera on his first carry here in the second half. 83 yards on 15 carries on the night for Rivera. Welcome back, Seminole Bob. We got a 2nd and 6 for Navarre from their own 34. Zach Marquise leading the Raider offense to start the second half here. Twins to the near side, single to the top. Mitchell goes in motion, and he's going to get the carry, and he is going to be close to a Raider first down, but he's going to come up about a yard shy. It's going to be a gain of 5, and it'll bring up 3rd and 1. Mitchell's second carry on the night for 9 yards.
What was the Baker score I heard?
20-9. It was a close game, 20-19. Sneeds and Baker. Baker with a 1-point lead in the third quarter.
Wow, that would have been a game.
Half a yard to go for the Raiders offense here to start the second half. Minute down on the clock, 10:50 and counting. 21-14 Navarre. Mitchell and Hull to the near side. Arno to the top of the screen. What a game he's having thus far. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and looks like he just leaned over the 40. It's going to be close, depending on the spot here. If he's on the 40, it's a first down.
Handoff to number 7, Jabari Mitchell.
If he's a little bit shy, twice bitten, a little bit shy, they're going to give him the nose of the football and a Raider first down.
I was going to say, it's the south 40? South of the 40? Up where Georgia Dog lives?
He got the one that he needed. That's a Raider first down. They're 5th on the night. 1st and 10 Raiders from the 40. Let's change up the play as they look over the sideline. 1st and 10 Navarre from the 40 as Davion Hardy goes in motion. It's going to be Marquise. I think that ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Could have been.
And it's going to fall incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Second and 10 for the Raiders from the 40. 10:01 on the clock here in the second half. 21-14 Navarre. Arnold's going to go to the top of the screen. Mitchell and Hall to the near side. Rivera, you're lone back in the backfield as Mitchell goes in motion. It's going to be Rivera up the middle. He's out to about the 45-yard line. Give him 5 yards on the carry, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Preston Brewer, one of the offensive linemen, just pancaked the linebacker
for the Raiders.
89 yards on 17 carries for Rivera. 3rd and 5 for the Raiders. 3rd and a long 5 from their own 45. 9:34 on the clock. It's going to be a quick hitter to the near side. Enough for a first down and into Enterprise territory. And that is going to be Arno with his 4th catch of the night. A gain of 8 and a Raider first down.
Well-designed play.
First down, Raiders.
Just a skinny flanker screen. Got him out in space.
Enough for a Raider first down. They're 6th on the night. 1st and 10 Raiders at the Enterprise 47-yard line.
They've been picking on that right side linebacker in the corner for Enterprise.
8:58 and counting here in the third. 21-14 Navarre. It's going to be Bailey Houston on his first carry of the night. And he's going to get down near the 45, give Bailey 2 yards, and he'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Good to see Bailey back in there. Thought he may have injured himself in our game against
Actually
week.
going to move the ball down to about the 44, so closer to 3, but give him 2, 2nd and 8. Or 2nd and a long 7.
Bailey Houston on the carry, gain of 2.
At the Enterprise 44-yard line. It's going to be a quick hitter, and Mitchell drops it.
Pass falls incomplete.
And bring up 3rd and long.
For number 3,
Heard footsteps, I do believe.
Brings up
3rd and a long 7 for the Raiders. Ball at the 44.
and 7 for the
Stop clock's at 8:18 here in the third on the incompleted pass. Mitch Rivera back in for Bailey Houston. 3rd and a long 7 for Navarre. Perea and Hall to the near side. Arno to the top of the screen. Raiders at the Wildcat. And there's going to be movement on the offensive line for Navarre as the Enterprise, I think, drew them offsides.
Yeah, nice play by the defense. Made the offensive line flinch.
false start.
It's going to probably change the play call. It might have been a Rivera run. Now it's 3rd and 12. 12 and a half.
Pretty much error-free game as far as the penalties. 3 for Navarre, 2 for Enterprise.
They got one-on-one coverage on the outside again with Arno.
3rd and 12 for the Raiders. 3rd and a long 12. Marquise into shotgun. Back to pass. He's feeling pressure. He's got a receiver downfield to Hall, and he drops it at the 21-yard line. Would have been a first down, but it's going to fall incomplete, and the Raiders will have to punt the ball away.
Just tried to squat down or bend down to catch it to make sure he had it, and then it just scored it free.
Brings up 4th down.
Preston Penton to come out and punt for the second time on the night.
I think, they're going to be throwing the ball some more. That secondary is, I think, susceptible.
Penton with a nice snap, a low punt. It's going to still get inside the 21 for the stat sheet, down to the 18.
Raiders
had a little English on that ball.
31 on the roll. And the Wildcats are back up inside their own 20. With 8 minutes even on the clock here in the third quarter, 21-14 Navarre. So the Wildcat defense holds.
Yep.
And they're going to take over on their own 18-yard line. Actually, they're going to spot it at the 19. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. It's going to run the pitch to the outside. It's going to be McCray, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds after about a 5-yard gain out to the 24.
Tackle made by number 2, Jaden
Jones.
Jaden Jones on the tackle.
The running back was a little ahead of the pitch, so you even might want to call that a pass. Either way, good yardage.
They're going to run the Wildcat with Johnson, number 22.
Brings up 2nd down and 5.
But it may be him. It may be McCray. Who knows? We'll let you know here in a second. 2nd and 5. It's going to be Johnson on the keeper on the Wildcat. And he's going to jump to the outside, but may have been not so smart move as he loses a yard.
I'm not crazy about that spot on the play. He did get forward motion, but he bounced it to the outside. I think it should have been a couple more yards back.
Going to be a loss of 1 for Johnson. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Wildcats. Trailing to a quarter. Navarre out on top, 7:18 on the clock. Big stand here for the Raiders if they can get the Wildcats off the field. 3rd and 6.
The big horse, good penetration.
And he's got a big gainer. He's going to get a first down over the 40. Out to the 45, actually out to the 44. He's going to be a gain of 21 for McCray and a Wildcat first down.
Devin
Devin Wright with the tackle.
In the backfield.
But he is a load.
Yeah, you can't arm tackle him.
Pick up a first down.
No. Doesn't have the most speed in the world. They say that about me, but
Johnson back in the Wildcat here for the Wildcats. First and 10. Enterprise from their own 44. 7 minutes on the clock. 21-14 Navarre. It's going to be Johnson on the keeper. He has a nice gain, but then I think there's going to be a holding coming up here. Right, he threw it right in the stack. It's either going to be holding or a face mask penalty.
His face mask. Nope.
Enterprise is walking backwards, so it might be a holding penalty here.
Yep. Good call. Grady Kelly in the game.
Holding. They're going to, from the spot of the foul after.
Definitely want to back him up here.
From the spot of the foul.
It's going to be a 3-yard gain, and then they're going to back it up 10 from there. Third penalty on the night
First down and
for Enterprise
18.
for 20 yards. And a nice play by Jaden Jones coming up from his safety position as he smelled that one out. He's going to take Jarrett Smith down.
A yard on the play. He's going to bring up
Jarrett Smith with a 1-yard gain. And it's going to bring up second and about 16.
Yep.
From the Enterprise 38-yard line. Actually, the ball sniffing the 39. Quentin Hayes back in at quarterback. Second and 16 for the Wildcats. There's going to be a handoff to Johnson. He's going to try to jump to the outside, but not much there.
After about a 1-yard gain.
Give him 2 on the play.
You know, I sound
Devin
like,
Wright over there,
By number 5.
and Matthew Feldner.
I sound like a broken record, but Navarre is getting great penetration.
Has Becky Domino in there as well. It's going to be a 1-yard gain for Johnson.
Beating their blocks.
Third down.
Third and a long 13 for the Wildcats from the 41. Hayes in the shotgun. Johnson goes in motion from right to left. Hayes back to pass. He's got a receiver wide open, but he threw to the up receiver, and it's going to bring up 4th and 4. He had a receiver, McCray, splitting down the middle of the field.
Wow.
But it's going to be let's call it 11-yard gain
Made by number 24.
to Wyatt
That brings up
Darlington.
down for the Wildcats and 3.
It's going to bring up a 4th and 3 for the Wildcats at the Raider 49-yard line. And we're going to have 4:43 on the clock, and I think we're going to take a water break right here, Bob.
Yeah, that's a big advantage to me for Navarre. No. Wow. They want to make sure they get it right, I guess.
No, Enterprise takes the timeout at
Yeah.
4:43, 21-14 Navarre. When we come back right here on the field of play, Enterprise will have a 4th and 3 at the Raider 49. A big defensive stand coming up here for the Raiders can get off the field there on 4th down.
Yeah.
They've already had one 4th down stop on the night in the first half.
You know who it's good to see at the game, besides you, of course, Bill.
And you.
And Anne-Marie and her friend is Coach Greenhall.
Yes, good to see him unquarantined.
Just down there teaching
the Big Bubbas.
The Big Bubbas. Always teaching.
4th and 3 coming up here for the Enterprise Wildcats. Trailing 21-14 with 4:43 on the clock. There's a fumble snap. And the Raiders are going to take over a great field position all the way back to the 41-yard line. A loss of 10 on the bad snap. And the Raiders have great field position.
Percival and number 5.
Not sure the quarterback was ready for the snap.
In the backfield.
You got to be ready on 4th and 3.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Raiders going to have first down at the Wildcat 41. Second turnover, actually not.
We had an interception.
Not a turnover, just a turnover on downs.
Yes, correct.
First and 10, Navarre at the Wildcat 41, 4:37 on the clock. Clinging to a 7-point lead here in the third quarter. Mitchell goes in motion from left to right. It's going to be a handoff to Rivera up the middle. Actually, it's a pass play.
Oh, interference.
It's going to have an interference play. Arno. There's good tight coverage there.
He had him by the back of it. Sorry about that.
I thought somebody was behind me.
He had him by the shirt. Sorry about that.
Here my broadcast buddy pulling my shirt. They could either call holding or pass interference. I think it's going to be pass interference. That will give him 15 yards and a Raider first down.
Do you think high school needs to change the rule?
No, I like it just the way it is.
Don't you think it gives an advantage to the defense?
Well, it's the same way at college.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you can use it to your advantage in high school and college. I mean, if you're trying to hold on to a lead late,
right,
and they're at their end of the field, why not if they're throwing a deep pass?
First and 10 Raiders from the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the Raiders on the Wildcat 25-yard line. Right, nice road trip, and the fans coming down from Enterprise tonight. About a 2-hour drive. First time that they've been, first time the Raiders have met up with Enterprise. First and 10, Navarre at the 26. There's going to be a handoff to Rivera. Big push by the Big Bubbas down to the 22. A gain of 3 for Rivera as he's creeping up on 100 yards with 92 on 18 carries.
Handoff up the middle, gain of 4.
Actually going to give him 4 on that. That's 1 yard closer to the century mark. Approaching 600 yards on the season through the first 5 games. Second and a long 6 for Navarre at the Wildcat 22. It's going to be Rivera being hog-tied.
Hog-tied,
Can I use that?
Handoff to number 7,
that's going to be a gain. He fought for all that 3 yards. And it's going to bring up third and a long 3.
Third down and 3.
You remember the old school, and they used to have the tearaway jerseys.
Yeah, you tear away, and he's still running.
Yeah, that's right.
Third and a long 3 for the Raiders at the Enterprise 19. 3:16 on the clock. It's going to be Rivera off left tackle, in for the Raider touchdown!
What a hole!
19 yards out, Rivera with his 10th touchdown on the season. No flags on the play. Navarre jumps back out 27-14.
That was huge. That was a huge hole on the left side.
And with that, Rivera goes over 100 yards at the 3:06 mark of the third quarter. Penton in for the extra point as the Raiders try to go back up 14. 19-yard run by Rivera.
Blocked.
And is blocked.
Blocked by the Wildcats. Your Raiders 27. Wildcats 14.
27-14 Navarre. That's the first miss all season for Penton. Into that, he had made his first 11 on the season.
I think that was a low snap and was blocked.
Rivera up to 115 yards on 20 carries, 2 touchdowns on the night. His 8th and 9th rushing and his 10th overall. So the Raiders take advantage of the short field once again, Bob. 41-yard drive.
Yep.
Rivera caps it off with a 19-yard run.
And the interference certainly helped also.
Raiders with 92 yards passing, 125 rushing. Pretty balanced effort here tonight for Navarre. Penton getting ready to put toe on leather after the junior ROTC just put down 27 push-ups. Ball down to the 5. McCray on the return. Peltier trying to bring him down. You can't arm tackle this guy. But he does a lot of running for minimal gain. As Peltier kept pushing him to the sideline.
Yeah. By number 6, McCray for the Wildcats. Tackle made by number 19, TJ.
42-14. Niceville over Milton.
What was that?
42-14.
Oh, wow.
Inside the 20 at the 17.
First and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 18. It's going to be a pitch to the outside, and that's going to be a big hit there by Devin Wright, but there's a flag on the backside of that play.
Got to be holding.
2:48 to go here in the third.
Holding against the Wildcats.
I might want to back them up there.
Now, it would have been a 3-yard gain, but instead it's going to be backing the Wildcats up 10 yards, and it'll bring up first and 20. Third penalty of the second half for Enterprise. That puts them back at their own 10.
Holding against the Wildcats. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul is going to back them up. Replay first down, be first and 20 for the Wildcats.
Quentin Hayes in the shotgun for Enterprise. Trailing 27-14 with 2:40 on the clock here in the third. There's going to be a pass out here in the left flat. It's going to be a gain out to the 19, a gain of 9 to Jared Smith. His second catch on the night for 12 yards. They don't pass very much, but they're pretty darn effective when they do.
Yeah, they pick their spots.
Tackle made by number 9, Deuce Ned.
Deuce Ned on the tackle over there on the far side. Second and 9 for the Wildcats from their 20. 27-14 Navarre here in the third. Hayes is going to run to keeper. He's got good yardage out over the 25, out to the 26.
Tackle made by number 2.
Give him 6 yards. Actually, give him 7 now. Bring up third and 3.
Yeah.
Brings up third down.
I would attack him. He has not shown a pitch yet. I would definitely go for the quarterback and take my chances. Somebody still has to stay home with the running back, but he has not pitched.
Third and a short 3 coming up here for the Wildcats. Hayes in the shotgun. All 11 players tight for Enterprise. It's going to be Hayes on the keeper, and I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
And that's a big call coming up for Darlington. Deep in your own end, trailing by 13 late in the third. Do you go for it, or you send the punting team out there?
Looks like they're going to punt it.
The Raiders going to need to be careful here, and any type of offsides penalty would give Wildcats a first down.
Excellent point. Yep. Or roughing the punter.
Jaden Jones back to return the punt.
Punt safe here. Oh, no. Flag on the play.
And I think we had movement on Enterprise, so back them up 5 yards. Or it will give, procedure call. False start.
The Wildcats going to back them up a little bit.
Only 2 penalties in the first half, but they have produced 4 here so far in the third quarter. That will back them up 5 yards. They'll make it 4th and 6. So what I said previously doesn't matter right now.
Well, yeah, you could be a little bit more aggressive.
Good snap back. Nice high punt. Fair catch by Jaden Jones at the 39, and that's where the Raiders will take over. Beautiful punt right there.
The Raiders take over at the 45. 40-yard line.
So do you see any path to victory for Georgia Tech tomorrow?
Raiders at the 40-yard line.
Objectively?
I'm going to give you a very quick, very short answer. No.
They're playing at Grant Field.
They're playing at your field.
Yeah, they're playing at my field. Just
named after your family.
I wish. Just a hop, skip, and a jump from the varsity. I don't know if you've ever been to the varsity.
I've heard of varsity. I heard the food there is awesome.
Yeah. What do you have? Handoff inside.
Rivera steps it out to the outside into Wildcat territory down to the 42-yard line. Give him an 18-yard gain and a Raider first down.
Gain of about 18, 19 on the play. First down, Raiders.
Yeah, the Big Bubba's doing their job out there tonight.
You know they hated having to stay home last week.
Let's talk about those Big Bubbas. Marcus Feliciano out there, Elijah Melendez, Tyler Columbine, Preston Brewer. And it's going to be a handoff, going to be a loss. Jason Deal back in there now for the Raiders.
Number 11.
That was Peltier on the carry.
13. Yeah.
19 on the carry, his first carry of the night.
19.
It's going to be a loss of 3. TJ Peltier.
That's the end of the
fourth quarter.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter. Navarre 27, Wildcats 14 here on IrishVilleSports.com. We'll take a quick break and a word from our sponsors.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
We venture into the fourth quarter here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. Navarre out on top 27-14. Seminole Bob and Irish Bill with the call tonight here on homecoming night at Navarre. 27-14. Second and 13 for the Raiders from their own 44. And they're going to draw the Raiders offsides again. That's going to
against the Raiders.
And they saw the movement. They need to just hold their position. And that's going to bring up second and 18 for Navarre. Navarre with one penalty in each quarter so far. It's going to be a pass across the middle. Could have been caught. Could have been intercepted, but it falls harmlessly to the ground. It'll bring up third and long for the Raiders.
Yeah, he was hit on the play. Good penetration by the front line of Enterprise.
Deal looking to complete his first pass on the night. 0 for 4 passing for Jason. But he did supply the Raiders with their first touchdown. Their first touchdown on the night from 1 yard out. And the line just needs to quit looking at the defense right now and just hold their position. Back-to-back procedure calls.
False start against the Raiders. Backs them up 5-1.
The defense is not doing anything they can't do.
And I'd keep on doing it if I was them.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 3rd and 23 for the Raiders.
They converted a 3rd and long last time.
Big 61-yard pass play.
Pass falls
And it's going to fall incomplete. I'll bring a 4th down, and we'll see Preston Penton out here for the 3rd time going into punting formation for Navarre.
All right, let's introduce those varsity cheerleaders.
Penton will be standing on his own 32-yard line. 11:47 on the clock. 27-14 Navarre over Enterprise here on this October 30th night.
Eliana Cologne. Alexa
Jackson
Kabuka.
Rainwater with the long snap.
Alyssa
Beautiful punt. It's going to sail over the head of the would-be return guy inside the 5 and land right on the 5-yard line.
Peyton. Charlotte.
So it's going to turn into a 48-yard punt for Penton, and it couldn't have come at a better time, Bob.
Absolutely.
Morgan Smith.
I would have had, easy to say now, I would have had the receivers back, keep everything in front of you, and then you could have had a nice pick it up on the bounce and go. Now, that error cost them field position here.
All the way back to the 5-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Dominique Noel.
Hayes in the shotgun.
Madison Beisel.
It's going to be a handoff to McCray on the outside. He's got a big hole and still on his feet, and it just gets tripped up before he makes that even longer. But he's going to get out over the 25, out to about the 29, a gain of 24 for McCray.
I think that was definitely a shoestring save there.
Riley
That could have easily been 6.
9th first down of the night for Enterprise. Their first here in the 4th quarter, only 2 in the second half. 1st and 10 Wildcats from their 29. 11:13 on the clock. Johnson's going to go in motion.
Grady Kelly forcing it.
And Hayes is going to complete a pass. And he might take it to the house, and he's going to. The escape artistry of Quentin Hayes. And he finds number 11, Jarrett Smith, for a 71-yard touchdown pass. And Enterprise has cut it to 7.
We haven't had them wrapped up.
And happy birthday to Autumn Henderson.
71-yard pass play to Smith.
Cheerleaders.
Enterprise on the board, looking for the extra point coming up here. At 10:53 of the 4th quarter. Kick is up, and it is good, 27-21. Enterprise with a big pass play. All 3 of their scores have come via the pass.
Wow.
Johnson, head coach.
That's a young Greenhaw that was standing next to you, Bill.
I know.
Future Navarre Raider, I'm sure. 27-21, that block extra point may come into play here. A lot of time left.
But what a great job of keeping the play alive by Quentin Hayes. He steps in front of the pressure, and he has a man wide open about 5 yards down the field, but no Raiders around.
Right.
And he takes it to distance from 71 yards out.
Then he put on the afterburners once he turned the corner.
He did. He pulled away. Mitchell back deep, but he may not see this kickoff coming up.
Be careful. Talking to a young man, want to make sure he be careful.
Getting ready to put toe on leather here. 27-21. Navarre on top of Enterprise. And the ball's going to come down at the 11-yard line. And it's going to be another nice return. This one by Trent Hall. He's going to get out over the 35, out to the 38-yard line.
Trent Hall, number 14, on the return.
He's from the 11 out to the 30, out to the 38. So a 27-yard return for Trent Hall. And the Raiders will let. I'm on the air.
I think this needs to turn into the Jaden Rivera show right here.
27-yard return for Trent Hall. 1st and 10 Raiders from their own 38, up 27-21. It's going to be the handoff to Rivera. He's going to cut back. Still on his feet, over the 40, out to the 41. Give him 3 yards. And 2nd and 7 coming up for Navarre.
Jaden Rivera.
Navarre could mix it up here, perhaps with an RPO, fake it to Rivera, and have a quarterback run.
Marquise back in at quarterback for Navarre. Hall to the top of the screen. Mitchell and Arno to the bottom. What a night A.J. Arno's having.
Yep.
4 catches, 92 yards. Marquise on the quick hitter. He's going to cut it all the way back. Probably a good idea, as he's going to lose about 5 yards on the play.
Tackle for a loss.
Sometimes you just got to take your losses.
Bring up 3rd down.
Coach used to say, run north and south, Bill. Run north and south.
It's going to be a loss of 5.
Wow.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 13. The Raiders behind the chain once again. 9:30 on the clock, 27-21. Or what's the old saying? Take what the defense gives you.
Yeah, first down.
First down catch to Jade. No, that's Mitchell.
Number 3, Jabari Mitchell.
And that's going to be a 14-yard gain to Mitchell and a Raider first down.
Sometimes receivers catch him when you don't expect them, and sometimes receivers don't catch him when you.
Big first down for Navarre right there.
Absolutely.
Out to the 49 as they move to first down, the chains across the far side. And it's going to be Mitchell on the cutback. He takes a big hit as he crosses the midfield stripe and into Enterprise territory, and the big hit over there.
Probably the biggest thing was hanging on to the ball. Enterprise is going for the strip here.
It's going to be a gain of 5, 2nd and 5 at the Enterprise 46. Was that Hall on the carry or Mitchell?
I think it was Mitchell.
That's going to Rivera running hard and a Raider first down. Inside the 40 down to the 38. A gain of 8 for Rivera.
Gain of 7 on the play. First down, Raiders.
I think obviously their goal, most definitely all our goal is if you're a Navarre fan, is get a touchdown. A field goal will put it at 9, 2-possession game.
1st and 10 Raiders at the Enterprise 37. It's going to be Rivera up the middle, and he gives a little straight arm, but the defender, number 17, says,
Very, very good open field tackle there.
By number 17. Don't have his name, so he gets credit as the number 17. Gain of 3 for Rivera on his 24th carry of the night.
Wow. That might be a season high for him.
136 yards on 24 carries. Going with the cricket hitter to Arno. It's busted up, but Arno makes something of it inside the 30 down to the 29. It's going to be a gain of
little extracurricular activity there.
We're going to have a timeout on the field of play with 7:26 to go. It's going to be a completed pass.
They call a penalty on that. I didn't see a flag.
They're going to spot the ball down at the 29-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 7 to Arno on his 5th catch of the night. That puts him up to 99 yards.
3rd down and 2.
The line holds fast on that one. It's going to be Bailey Houston with the first down run and more. 15, 10, 5.
Out of bounds.
First down, Raiders.
Wow.
Down to the 6-yard line.
Inside the 10.
A gain of 23.
Great job by the Big Bubbas. Not only did they open the hole, but as you mentioned, Bill, they didn't jump when Navarre Enterprise tried to draw them off into a false start.
First and goal for the Raiders at the Enterprise 6. Marquise in the shotgun, Houston in the backfield. It's going to be Bailey on the carry inside the 5. He's going to cut inside.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the
half-yard line maybe?
1-yard line. Give him 5 yards on the carry. He'll bring up second and goal from the 1. Big hard run in there by Bailey Houston. They're going to spot the ball at the 1-yard line. 6:56, 6:58 on the clock. Second and goal from the 1. Houston's going to keep the ball, and he's going to jump in for a touchdown, and his first touchdown on the night.
Yep.
Stretches the Raider lead out to 12.
Houston, number 24.
As he did his best Walter Payton impression, and he goes in from 1 yard out and hands the ball to the official.
That's a want-to play. Heads-up play. Low center of gravity.
The young man known as Thor got out his big hammer right there and took it in from the 1.
They
33-21 Navarre as the Raiders get back on the board at the 6:53 mark.
Navarre going for 2 here to try to make it a 14-point lead. Full house backfield.
Grady Kelly in there. And Jaden Jones with the 2-point conversion.
Wow. I didn't see if he was at running the Wildcat.
He was not. It was a handoff.
Wow.
Jones, number 2, tacks on the 2 points.
And the Raiders stretch the lead out to 14.
35. Wildcats, 21.
A lot of offense tonight for Navarre.
2-point conversion is good. The Raiders back out on top by 14, 35-21.
ROTC's getting a workout tonight, Bill.
And I believe that is the first carry of the season for Jaden Jones.
Give it up for that Raider offense.
Penn puts the ball down at the 40. 6:53 to go. 42-21 Niceville over Milton. Penn's kick is deep. It's inside the 5 once again down to the 4. McCray with the return. A big return, still on his feet. And he dives over the 35 out to the 37-yard line. What a return guy, both teams tonight. Mitchell for the Raiders and Trent Hall and Joshua McCray.
He's got to be one of the fastest other than the quarterback.
Number 33 for the Raiders.
They're very capable. Enterprise is very capable of scoring fast.
Phoenix Morales with the tackle.
And we take, I believe, an early water break.
6:44, 35-21 Navarre.
Official timeout for a water break.
How about some scores here? What do you got?
6:44 on the clock. Navarre 35
No one allowed on the field.
and Enterprise 21.
Exit the stadium as soon as possible. If you are meeting a player after the game,
We got a timeout water break right now.
meet them in the parking lot.
This definitely would be a, Gatorade's fine. I don't like Gatorade, personally. I like Powerade. You don't
Gatorade.
like Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Yeah. So,
Give me some of that fine H2O.
hot chocolate or a cup of coffee would be good right about now.
We got Roger Lapis watching from Buffalo, New York tonight.
Holy, my mother's hometown. Hey, Rogers, he lived on Bustye Avenue.
Hayes back to pass.
Lumber.
He overthrows his intended receiver, and also the current home, a former Navarre color analyst, Mike Martino, as he moved back to Buffalo, living in the Niagara Falls area.
Thank you, silver sponsors.
Yep. They live near the Peace Bridge.
Mike retired, and they moved back home, and he's now opened up his own woodworking business.
Okay.
It's going to be 2nd and 10 for Enterprise at 6:38 of the fourth quarter.
2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats.
Our producer, she's on top of stuff. Gotta love her. It's a quick hitter on the near sideline. Nice catch over there by Jarrett Smith after a 7-yard gain, but it's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
What did the producer say?
She says what time on was to cue me up to say the time, and right as she put that, I was saying the time.
That's why she's the producer.
That's why she gets paid the big bucks.
Best in the business.
3rd and 3 for the Wildcats from their own 43-yard line. 6:32 on the clock. And he's bobbling that.
Oh, you got away with that one. Yeah, I agree.
He's bobbling it on the sideline. But they're going to give it to him. But wait a second. No, they're going to give it to him. And he was bobbling that the whole way. 5th catch on the night for Smith.
The headlinesman may have had some help from Coach Darlington on that.
First down, Wildcats out to the 48. Great pressure there. Great pressure there up front.
Put on the quarterback by number 52.
Bailey Houston and Connor Eastwood with the pressure. It's going to be incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they some kind of a flanker screen on this side. The reason, and there was a lot of contact, but the reason why there wasn't a penalty is because it's behind the line of scrimmage.
That's why you're the best color man in the area, Bob.
Well. Thank you, Spirit sponsor.
I'm the only. No,
you're my only color analyst right now. 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. Hayes going to jump back, and he tries to find Darlington out of the backfield. Probably some relation to the head coach.
Probably so.
But it's going to be incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
One of the great raceways in the United States. Darlington.
Most definitely.
Yep.
Coach Darlington used to coach at Apopka High School. Yep. You know the nickname of Apopka?
Seminoles?
They are not. They are the Blue Darters.
The who?
The Blue Darters.
Oh, the Blue Darters. Yeah. I didn't know that. Looks like we got a Wildcats. That's their 2nd, which means they have one left.
Joel Jones checking in. Watching from North Carolina again. Robert Lapis is Zach Marquise's grandpa.
Awesome.
Watching from Buffalo, New York.
Awesome.
Thanks, Joel. Checking in from North Carolina once again. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Raiders. You got to see Jaden score his first 2 points in a Raider uniform on the 2-point conversion.
Made it look easy, too. Walked right through there. Big Bubba's, man.
What a job they've done tonight.
Mercy. And we had an injury to the offensive line as the season started, Bill, or?
Yeah, Jeremiah Moon, Chavez Moon. ACL in the first game against Pace.
And is he back?
No.
Okay.
He will not be back this season.
I didn't think so, yeah.
3rd and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 48. 6:17 on the clock. Trailing 35-21. Johnson goes in motion from left to right. And it's going to be a pass across the middle. And that's the first pass that Smith has dropped all night long. It's going to bring up 4th and 10.
May have been tipped. When they're forced to throw,
not quite as efficient.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely going for it here.
Be a 4th and 10.
Their go-to guy has been Johnson, 22.
You got Dunlap in the backfield with Johnson and Joshua McCray, what a night that young man's had.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raiders.
Johnson goes in motion from left to right. Hayes back to pass. He's feeling pressure by Grady Kelly. They're throwing the ball downfield, but it's going to fall incomplete, and the Raiders will take over on downs.
Nice job, defense. Nice job here. Now it really turns into a Jaden Rivera show.
Let's hear it for that Raider defense.
(35-21), the Raiders take over on downs. I think Jason Deal back in there for the Raiders. 1st and 10 Raiders at the Wildcat 49-yard line. Actually, Zach Marquise in there. It's going to be a handoff up the gut down to the 45. And the line is pushing forward. And it's going to be a gain down to the 45. Give him 4 yards.
Fourth quarter score, Scambia 28, Crestview 20. Crestview hanging in there.
They're going to give him 3 on the play. 25 carries, 139 yards for Jaden Rivera, 2 touchdowns. 45-13 Northview over Chipley. That Northview team's playing well right now. I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs.
No.
Rivera with the carry down to the 40, another gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. What a job by the offensive lineman. Preston Brewer, Elijah Melendez.
Bring a 3rd down and a short 3.
Tyler Columbine.
We'll call it 2.
Dawson Higginbotham.
Bill Walton is leading St. John Paul II.
And Marcus
33-20.
Feliciano.
Yeah, Feliciano's the last one. Walton.
3rd and a short 2 for the Raiders at the Wildcat 40-yard line. 4:49 on the clock and rolling. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Raider first down, but there's going to be a hold on the offensive line on the right side.
Number 2, Jaden Jones.
Jones in for the carry. It's going to be a holding against Navarre, I believe.
Final from Baker.
Against the Raiders.
Baker 26, Sneeds 25.
Wow, what a game over there in Baker.
And they'll see each other again, I'm sure.
The Pirates having a great season. And Baker moves to 8-0 on this season.
Jay defeats Lighthouse 43-30. Oh, Jay's really come on. Pace defeats Choctaw 40-21.
3rd and 11 for the Raiders. Marquise in at shotgun. Arno and Mitchell to the near side. Hall to the top of the screen.
Look for
Rivera to the left of Marquise. What a nice sneaky play by Marquise. He's going to stay in bounds and keep that clock running. What a heads-up run by Zach Marquise. And he's going to have a Raider first down inside the 35, down to the 33-yard line. It's going to be a gain.
Gain of about 15.
They're going to spot the ball. There's a penalty marker late. He's going to get down to the 33. It's a 16-yard gain on the run by Marquise.
So they're going to call a personal foul on Enterprise. I thought it was going to be against Navarre.
So give the Raiders a first down and move it 15 more. The Raiders looking to run out the clock here in the 4th with a 14-point lead. But not a time for complacency here as the Raiders need to finish off this drive. They're down to the Wildcat 18-yard line as they mark off 15 yards.
What a job, the defense has done. A team averaging 37 points a game, holding them so far to 21.
Marquise 1st and 10 at the Enterprise 17-yard line. Let's call it the 18. It's going to be a handoff to Rivera. He slips in the backfield, still on his feet, and he's going to go down at the 15 after a 3-yard gain. 26 carries on the night for Rivera, a new career high for him. 142 yards and 2 touchdowns. As he's over 600 yards on the season. Came into this game at 508. Tack on another 142. So he's up to 650 yards on the season. 10 touchdowns for the young man.
In a shortened season, he very well could have.
Evan Macon into the ball game up there on the top of the screen with Matthew Pereira. It's going to be Jaden Jones with the carry. He's lumbering down inside the 15, down to the 13. Give him 3 yards. The Raiders just winding the clock here in the fourth quarter, up 35-21. Playing host to the Enterprise Wildcats for the first time in school history. Back-to-back weeks, teams from Alabama have ventured into this part of the Panhandle. Isaiah Miller now in at running back to the left of Zach Marquise on this cool, brisk October 30th night.
I've got my mask on already for Halloween.
3rd and 5 for the Raiders. Macon goes in motion. It's going to be Marquise on the keeper. Inside the 10, 5, Raider touchdown! Zach Marquise!
Busted play.
15 yards out, Marquise puts the nail in the coffin on this Halloween Eve. From 15 yards out.
Busted play. Just took it. Found a hole. Got him 6 points. Preston Penton in for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is
good.
Good.
Raiders stretch our lead out to 42-21.
Your Raiders.
Not sure I saw this one coming. I knew it would be a close game. I thought it would be a close game.
I would have to agree with you. I thought it was going to be a very tight contest. In fact, Joe Pankos, I think is his name, that does the predictions every week.
Yeah.
I think he had Enterprise by 20.
No way.
He did. So there goes that one out the window.
Shall we send Joe an email?
Nobody really knows who Joe is. I'm wondering if it's the alter ego of one Joshua Wilson.
Could be. After the night, they will. 20 points.
Penton with the end-over-end kick. It's going to be coming down at the 11, where it's going to be returned by Jared Smith. Actually, that was Keon Dunlop. He's going to get out of 25 out to the 27. 49-yard kickoff for Penton.
Tackle made by number 51, Kamal Rustum.
Kamal Rustin with the tackle.
Wildcats have the ball just outside.
What a nice performance. Return for the Big Bubbas, and they're going to win on homecoming. 21-point lead with 2:18 to go.
Oh, that's got to be a hold. They did a little dosey-dose on him. Grabbed him by the arm and threw him down. How can that not be a hold? Holy cow. That was a swing your partner
Tackle made by number 49.
by the offensive lineman of Enterprise.
Hunter Crowder with the tackle. It's going to be a 2-yard loss for Hayes.
Brings up 2nd down and 11 for the Wildcats.
His tender receiver slips down over here on the moist turf. That's going to fall incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 12.
3rd down and 11.
They gave him only a loss of 1 on that play, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 11 for the Wildcats, trailing 42-21. 49-28, Niceville over Milton in the fourth quarter. And Hayes is going to be pressured out of the lineup. He's going to throw a nice pass and catch. Jared Smith having a nice game.
Yep.
6 catches on the night for 101 yards.
Keep it all in front of you, you know. Bend but not break.
It's going to bring up a 4th and called a 4th and 5 for the Wildcats from their own 32.
By number 9,
Deuce Ned on the tackle.
brings up 4th down for the Wildcats.
He's had a pretty solid night tonight.
4:47 in the third quarter. They still have another quarter to play up in Milton.
Holy cow.
It's going to be Hayes on the keeper. He's going to pitch, and he's going to have the first down run. Joshua McCray on the carry. Out to the 39, and a Wildcat first down.
Penalty flag on the play.
And I think that's going to be against Navarre.
Got to keep your cool.
It's going to be a 7-yard gain for McCray. And another Wildcat first down. And a late flag, I think, is going to go against Navarre.
His defensive coach grabbed him.
Against Navarre. That will give the Wildcats
15-yard penalty.
and move them into Raider territory.
Giving the Wildcats a first down.
I know Coach Walls, when you get towards the end of the game, that's the last thing you want to see one of your players do.
Stop the clock. Well, he was out of bounds, but still.
1:26 on the clock, 42-21 Navarre. Hayes back to pass. He's feeling pressure up the middle. He's got a receiver wide open, and it's going to be a second touchdown reception for Jared Smith. What a night he's having.
Touchdown, Wildcats.
Pretty good catch.
That one was from 46 yards out. And this game, still 127. 118. We're going to see an onside kick coming up here. Enterprise going for the extra point. Just the one. 46-yard pass play.
Extra point is good. Wildcats 28.
All right.
42.
As the coaches all have their hands in the air, that means the all hands unit, a special, special teams, SWAT team of sorts, guys that are used to handling the ball, tight ends, defensive backs.
And leg cramp.
Oh, leg cramp. I had one earlier.
Now it turned into a foot cramp.
When you got to go to the bathroom and you got to go down the stairs and halftime is about over and you get a cramp, we're going to have to put you on the IR here, sir?
Negative.
Negative, Ghost
Negative,
Rider.
Ghost Rider. The path
Pattern
is clear.
Full. Yeah, pattern is full.
Yep.
Big thing on
118 on the clock.
Big thing on special teams. You want spacing and converge on the ball. Nice.
That's
onside
illegal
kick.
batting. You cannot return that. That is illegal batting of the ball. He batted it forward, but they did not call it.
Recovered.
They're going to give the ball to Enterprise?
That wasn't an illegal batting. He batted the ball forward 4 yards.
Holy cow.
And they're going to give the ball to Enterprise on the recovery of the onside kick.
You saw it on the screen, folks. He punched it forward.
Wildcats.
Somebody's going to have to explain to me why that's legal.
Onside kick at the 40-yard line. Be first and 10.
Lucy, you have some explaining to do.
Yeah, that's illegal. That's illegal touching. I don't know. Maybe.
First and 10 at the Raider
Wow.
40 on the onside kick. Beautiful onside kick. He got the bounce on right when he needed it. Hayes is going to roll out to his right, and he underthrows his intended receiver. Second and 10 with 1:12 on the clock.
Connor Eastwood. Is it Connor?
Connor Eastwood.
He's getting mauled back there like a rag doll.
Second down and 10.
Not
for the
one
Wildcats.
penalty flag on holding. Check that offensive line on the right side.
Second and 10 for the Wildcats. 42-28, 1:12 on the clock. And he falls off his own player.
Down in the backfield.
Hayes is going to fall back to the 47-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 7.
Put on by the defense, pushing the offensive line.
Yeah, those may have tripped on his own feet. I think Enterprise is going to call their last timeout,
And
Bill.
the Wildcats use their final timeout, I believe.
56-28, Niceville in the third quarter. But you know what? Milton has scored more points than the first 5 opponents did against Navarre, Niceville's defense.
You got a pretty sharp mind, Bill.
28 points in their first 5 games, 28 points tonight for the Panthers.
And the producer says maybe pointed. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than likely pointed.
Boy, Niceville. I mean, what can you say?
Wow.
And
what a great team they have over there in Niceville. Now, it's not hard for me to say as a Navarre broadcaster. You gotta recognize effort.
You gotta appreciate that.
Guys,
talent.
They've outscored their opponents 297-56.
Coaching Grant Thompson, what a job he's done.
They're going to 6-0, more than likely tonight. He'll be 18-1 through his first 19 games.
Ain't bad.
Not too bad.
No.
Bill Belichick-like.
Yeah. There's another hole.
And that should be an incomplete pass.
Right, correct.
As he shuffled, unless they call it a fumble.
No, it's
going to be a loss of 1. Going to bring up 4th and long. Let's call it 4th and about 20. Hayes in the shotgun. Probably going to be passing on this play. Let's see if he can get pressure. Grady Kellen just pushing the whole offense, and he's going to take him down, and that's your ball game, folks. Grady Kelly with it's not officially a sack as he was over the line of scrimmage.
I think they call that a hurry.
Yeah, that would be a big old-time QBH.
Whew. He's put on some weight, a lot of muscle.
I want to thank all of you out there in our viewing audience for blowing up the live chat here on YouTube. I appreciate that. Lets me know where everybody's watching from. I always want to know where my viewers are coming from and why you're coming on and being a part of the show, like the grandparent of Zach Marquise tonight from Buffalo, New York.
And that's why we fought so hard for the Golf Breeze game, because there's lots of parents.
Zach Marquise is going to, I think we had the clock reading 0. So they're going to move him back 5 yards.
We had New York tonight.
New York. It's
Virginia,
up to you. New York. Yeah.
Virginia.
Wilmington, North Carolina. Thank you.
Holy cow. Yeah.
Blake Marshburn. That's about all the singing you're going to get out of me, and I really wouldn't even classify that as singing. There's your final on the scoreboard as the clock rolls down 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a homecoming victory for your Navarre Raiders as they hold on to beat Enterprise, the Wildcats from Alabama, 42-28. This Irish Bill with Seminole Bob. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back with our post-game show. Your final, Navarre 42, Enterprise 28. We'll be right back, folks.
Navarre Raiders Sports is brought to you by Ursula Householder of Coldwell Banker Residential Real Estate, your local real estate connection. With Ursula, you got a positive, helpful partner for buying or selling a home. Ursula can help with all of your real estate needs. Whether in the Florida Panhandle or around the world, her 16 years experience in real estate will work for you with innovative marketing strategies. Thinking about selling your home? Call Ursula for a free marketing analysis to see if you qualify for one of the incentive programs. Call or text 850-642-5711. Email ursula.householder@floridamoves.com or go to householderhomes.com. Go Raiders! Your fans are all behind you at the field or while you're watching at home.
Craig Culver of Culver's.
Before farm to table, before field to fork, there was just good, wholesome food. Grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. If buying, selling, or building a dream home is in your future, you need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes and Stacy Wright are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or selling experience smooth. See University at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call 850-396-0322.
Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, are making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishVilleSports.com.
Your final tonight, homecoming night, is not a disappointment for the Raider faithful as Navarre held on 42-28. As Irish Bill was 7-0 Bob, and now it's time to pick our Ian Lockwood player of the game, our offensive player of the game, our defensive player of the game, and our special teams player of the game.
I'm getting old. Oh, my gosh. Sitting down is great.
Zach Marquis, 7 of 12 on the night for 108 yards and a score. The big 61-yard strike to A.J. Arno. Consideration. 5 catches on the night for Arno for 99 yards and a touchdown. Jaden Rivera, 26 carries, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns. We know who I'm going to give this to. This is only a suggestion.
The Big Bubbas.
Welcome back, the Big Bubbas. Yeah. They are our Ian Lockwood players of the game.
Definitely represent the spirit of Ian and dealing with adversity and all that. Very good choice. Offensive choice.
Wow, this could be one of many.
Jaden, maybe.
Wow. Yeah,
Arno.
I think we gotta go Arno and Rivera, our co-offensive players of the game.
Mm-hmm. A great night.
The defensive line did a great job. The safeties filled in rather nicely. Tight coverage on the corners.
Yep. Good adjustment by the defensive squad. You saw an offense you don't.
And man's name we call all night long. I would have to go with Devin Wright.
Devin had a very solid game. So did
Grady.
Eastwood.
Had a solid game. Eastwood had a solid game. Jaden Jones had a nice game. Deuce Ned had another solid performance.
Probably Devin and Grady. That whole defense, they were really causing havoc.
Well, how about this? How we go with the front 7 for Navarre?
We went with the Big Bubbas. Why not?
Let's keep it a group effort tonight. The Big Bubbas get the Ian Lockwood player of the game, and the front 7 for Navarre get our defensive players of the game. Our special teams, I think we got to go with Jabari again. 2 returns, 102 yards. Set the Raiders up in great field position twice. I'll go with Jabari Mitchell as our special teams player of the game. So there you have it, folks. Our Ian Lockwood player of the game, the Big Bubbas, affectionately known as our offensive line. Arno and Rivera, your offensive players of the game. The front 7 for Navarre, your defensive players of the game. And Jabari Mitchell, your special teams player of the game in back-to-back weeks. Big night for Rivera, 142 yards, 26 carries, 2 touchdowns. A.J. Arno with 5 catches for 99 yards. And Zach Marquis, 7 of 12 for 108 yards and 1 score. And,
I'm gonna throw you a curveball here.
I don't do very well with curves.
Yeah, I couldn't hit the curve either.
I could hit a fastball, but I couldn't hit a curve.
What does Jay Wall say to his team after the game?
After the game. You didn't hit me up at halftime.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, you know what? Don't rest on your performance tonight. We got a big 7A matchup coming up again next week at Crestview. Crestview is down this year, but
tonight
it's always a tough place to play when you head over to Crestview.
Tonight, I can't remember who they were playing tonight. They were hanging with it.
So my final words of what he would say, get a good night's sleep tonight, enjoy this victory. Come Monday, it's time to get ready for the Bulldogs.
Yep. Stay safe. Social distance.
Yeah. Once again, we want to thank all of our faithful for watching tonight. A special night here at Navarre Homecoming Night where Kayla McDonald is your homecoming queen. You see, I did remember that.
You did, and they have a homecoming king.
That was announced earlier in the day, but I believe.
Yes, and who was the homecoming king? What's his name?
Caitlin Howard. Nathan Howard.
Nathan
Howard, your homecoming king.
There you go.
He's the mascot.
He's the male mascot.
Male mascot.
My daughter,
Mr. Raider and Mrs. Raider.
Miss Raider.
Miss Raider.
We're not talking Mrs.
I'm sorry.
Until she's 50.
Well, we're going to cut this short tonight, Bob. So go ahead and get your parting words out there.
Great effort by Navarre all the way around. Defense, offense, limited turnovers. And Big Bubba's came back.
Running clock in Milton. 63-28, Niceville. Wow. Go ahead. I cut you off there.
No, that's all right. Great night. Anytime you win, it's a great night. It's a quality opponent tonight. A quality opponent. Ranked 17th overall on all the classifications in Alabama.
I'm going to throw kind of a coincidinky here. Jay Wall's 81st win. What year did Jay Walls graduate?
81.
81, the same year that I did, from Rutherford High School. So he gets his 81st win in his 102nd game.
That's pretty good average.
I think that's over 800.
80%.
Yeah.
Win 80% of your games, 800.
But his 81st win for the class of 81.
Pretty cool. The both cheerleader squads getting together and doing a little post-game routine on the field. That's pretty cool. But, good win for Navarre tonight. And we turn our attention to a road game at Crestview. Not an easy Jack Foster Stadium.
Navarre 5-0 on the night. And let's hit the scoreboard before we head out here tonight. And I want to thank our good friend Joshua Wilson for keeping – and ScoreStream for keeping us all informed of what's going on in Niceville, in Milton. 63-28 in the fourth quarter. They ensued their sixth running clock in 6 games. Escambia holds on against Crestview 28-20.
Wow.
Northview over Chipley 45-13. Probably another big night for Jaden Jackson. Pine Forest a slim 3-point victory 28-25 over Pensacola. Catholic over Tate 28-21. Baker holds on against Sneeds, 26-25. Pace with the win, 40-21 over Choctaw. Rocky Bayou in overtime over Franklin County, 22-21.
Wow.
Jay over Lighthouse, PCA, 43-30. Bay over Arnold, 38-30. Mosley over Bozeman, 42-9. Mariana over at North Bay Heaven, 34-14. Walton, 33. St. John Paul II, 20. Wakulla, 21-8 over Vernon.
Wow.
Weewa over Graceville, 30-14. Monroe-Day, 26. Hamilton County, 13. North Florida Christian, 53. Taylor County, 26. Godby, 56. FAMU, 20. Rickards over Leon, 16-12. Flagler Palm Coast comes back and beats Madison County 15-14. And the other 2 games were canceled tonight. Booker T. Washington in West Florida and Freeport in South Walton. So there's your scoreboard and your final tonight from Bennett C. Russell Stadium. The Raiders hold on 42-28 on homecoming night. This 30th day of October 2020. And we want to thank all of you once again for tuning in to IrishBillSports.com. Until Friday night on the road at Jack Foster Stadium in Crestview, this is Irish Bill. May the winds ever stay at your back. This is Irish Bill signing off.
Good night, Navarre. God bless.